Yeah, man, we got Street Lord Juan getting exposed by his girl. Talking about Peezy need protection from the feds, from the GDs.
You told somebody.
From him, he need protection.
I don't want to put no words in this young lady's mouth, but you told somebody this.
Like, let's be fucking for real. One, if I wanted to be bitter, or if I wanted to like get back out of dog face with every single word I've ever said, and that I know I got receipts to match up to, that I'm already sent to her. I don't gotta be bitter. What you gotta do is do better, nigga. Cause I can really get to talking about how you set up and you told me about you were still time in the feds. I'm sorry, Pete. You lost time in the feds together and how you had to protect him. I could get to talking about how you really feel about her.
Stop right. What's she talking about, dog face? What's she talking about? This Peezy wine fed joint, right? Tell what you talking about. Let's tell you what she's talking about. Drop myself and reduce this shit. This is what she's talking about right here. Street Lord Juan told his ex-paramour, the female who was his companion for 90 days, Eastside Ray. He was telling stories about everybody. I'm sorry, Detroit, if y'all mad because I have given this woman a voice. I'm sorry, but your bitch ass niggas are living in a matrix when it comes to this motherfucker, Juanita. Juanita is not running shit in Detroit. He's not. He don't control the music business. He's not the gateway to this shit. He's a hating nigga, period. He's the biggest hater Detroit has seen in forever. And forever. He's not running the music business. He's not running the movie business. He's not running the Tubi business. He's not running the concert business. He's not running anything. All he's doing is sitting down there on conference over that goddamn restaurant with that weighted blanket for his anxiety. Not taking care of his kids. This nigga got kids that hate him, literally, because he ain't took care of them. He got a little boy that looks just like him, his twin. He don't take care of him. He don't take care of him right now. Stay online. He playing games, making the baby mama jump through hoops and get the slightest amount of assistance from this nigga. This nigga ain't doing shit. That little boy 2, 3 years old. And this the nigga, you niggas wanna be like this pussy ass nigga. Man, go on here on with the whole game. Street Lord Juan, you told her that you had to protect Peezy from Peezy's the Fed joint. Let me give y'all some backdrop. Cause I talked to Peezy. Yes, I did. When I released that video, Peezy got the video. And this is Peezy's response when he heard what she said Juan was saying. I need y'all to read it with me. This is Peezy jumped into Juan's DM. This is what he said. He said, man, somebody just sent me a video going around of a bitch. Sorry, Ray. Saying you told her you had to protect me in jail, meaning prison. They were in the federal. When Peezy got out there last time, it was a Fed joint. There's the same federal facility down there in Elkhart. You know, Indiana, real close to Chicago. So there's a bunch of GDs, BDs down there, right? Peezy had an issue with the BDs down there. He called them GDs, but we know that there's difference between GDs and BDs now, right? They were all up under Larry Hoover's umbrella, but they have split, and now you have GDs, you have BDs who don't get along. That's why you have 63rd. That's why you have O Block. They don't get along. They all come under the folk banner, but they don't get along, and they demonstrate messages. We know what the history of Chicago is, the drilling. We know what it is. We ain't got to get into that. Peezy said, this is right, Dirty Glove, this is Peezy right here, right? He says, man, somebody just sent me a video going around of a bitch saying, you told her you had to protect me in jail. When the hell did I ever need protection in jail? I was thumping through that bitch by myself with no worries at all. I came to you one time about some words that was said, but from a Muslim that was a GE. That shit wasn't even a serious issue. I went to the meeting. They had a meeting on the yard where the real niggas from Detroit, who was in that federal facility with Peezy, it was an issue between Detroit and Chicago, right? The niggas from Detroit, niggas from Chicago had an issue. Niggas from Chicago had an issue with Peezy. The niggas from Detroit was like, oh, hell no, we rad. That's how we go. We rad. Right? Peezy already had the support of niggas from Detroit. He went to Juan because Juan was supposedly in charge of the car. Y'all, that's Fed language. Juan was the big homie on the yard. This is Street Lord Juan, right? This is Street Lord Juan. You gonna say, sue me about this? I wish you would. I wish you would, nigga. Let me continue. That shit wasn't even a serious issue. I went to the meeting with them niggas like a gangster by myself. I asked you to come with me. I didn't ask you to come with me. Excuse me, I didn't ask you to come with me. Let me continue. That shit wasn't even a serious issue. I went to the meeting with them niggas like a gangster by myself. I asked you to come with me. I ain't asked you to come with me. Excuse me, I ain't asked you to come with me. I just made you aware of the situation because I thought you was the big brother to me. This is Peezy talking to Street Lord Juan. I did 18 months in jail and the nigga never did shit to me, bro. The nigga who stole my cell phone, we beat the dog shit out of him and stumped him till he was asleep. That was the only problem I ever had in Epton. Right? The first part of this right here, where you see, that's the last, think of the last part right here. LOL. This ain't the first time I heard that either. Stop, full stop. So for all you niggas saying, man, that bitch gossip, that bitch talking shit, how you gonna believe what that bitch is saying? First of all, she only knew Juan 90 days. How the fuck would she know that Juan has an issue with Said Louis, Nisha Nashay, Pretty Bria, Dream Rich, Chanel Dominique? How would she know anything about who had a relationship with who or who even knew who? How would she know about all this shit? How would she know that he talked about how most of the, a lot of niggas who lit, they bitches who lit too, they get all gay friends, and they gay friends be around their kids, and that's the shit he would never allow. Because most of these bitches who lit, they got gay best friends, gay hairstylists they hang out with, and these gay motherfuckers be around their kids. And most of these niggas who dance the street rappers, who got a bitch who lit too, who got a woman, excuse me, who's lit too, most of them have gay friends and transgender friends, and that ain't gangster, and these niggas are sorry because they allowing their girls to raise their kids around these gay transgender people. How would she know that she felt like that? How would she know what's going on with you and Olympic Knox? Since you want to talk, nigga. Hey, Knox, you want to know what she said, what he said about you? How would she know about your case with Mo Green and all this other shit about the hotel and this, that, and the third? How would she know about that? She only knew you 98 total. How would she know about the phone calls you had with the different people who called? I ain't even gonna link all that shit, right? I could really set this bitch on fire. Know that, nigga. LOL. This ain't the first time I heard that either. So when I heard that in a female in an interview that Dogface did with Eastside Ray, East side. That ain't the first time I heard it. LOL for you slow ass niggas in the back. This ain't the first time I heard that either. Come, which means pause. Bitch ass niggas.
Don't go getting in the mud. And
I heard you say my name on that song with G-Rock too. Comma, which means pause for a dramatic effect. When I speak of you in the public eye, it's on a high level with respect. Why every time I hear you speaking on me, is some whole shit being said? Question mark. Pickle pig feet eating ass nigga. I ain't even know you secretly don't. With G-Rock too. Comma, which means pause for a dramatic effect. When I speak of you in the public eye, it's on a high level with respect. Why every time I hear you speaking on me, is some whole shit being said? Question mark. Pickle pig feet eating ass nigga. I ain't even know you secretly don't like me. LOL. It's all good though. All is well. All is well. All is well. All is truly well. I'm I'm Santa Claus. I'm Black Santa. Hey, Street Lord Wine. You big dummy. Hey, Street Lord Wine. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big cold-blooded dummy. You big cold-blooded dummy. You have a little boy by a young lady who comes from a decent family. All the lies and ridicule and slander and blackballing you've been trying to do against this young lady, she's a wonderful singer. Y'all go follow her on Instagram. What's she at? Let me show you who Street Lil Juan baby mama is. He ain't taking care of his child. Let me show you who his baby mama is. What's she at? Beautiful young lady. And for all you people who got right here. This is Street Lord Juan's baby mama. For all y'all who don't know, listen to this.
So much on my mind, where do I begin? Gotta get this off my chest, can't hold it in. Told all them lies, every story I you wanted it, you still mad, cause I left your ass so far gone, didn't be wrong to regret it. Said you had teased me on your TV, now it's manifested. You the OG, raise niggas in the streets, who can't take care of your honesty. You only wanna be there, still
Who's flying out once? And newsflash. When Peezy came to you and told you it was a problem on the floor with the GDs, the BDs, right? When Peezy went to Street Lord Juan and told him it was an issue and if they gonna have a meeting, do y'all want to know what Juan told Peezy? Juan told Peezy. Street Lord Juan told Peezy to go lock up. That means go check in. That means run it up. That means go to protection. That means go to the police and tell the police you need to be segregated from general population. That's what Juan told Peezy. And Peezy told Juan, nigga, I'd never go lock up. Nigga, gotta kill me in this bitch. I'd never go check in, nigga. I just came and told you that because you was the OG. I would never go lock up, bro. That's what Wine told Peezy. When Peezy left Wine, he went to that meeting. Wine came in the last hour. You know why he came in the last second? Because he knew he's gonna look like a bitch ass nigga in the eyes of everybody in that goddamn joint from Detroit and beyond. Say I'm lying. He told Peezy to go lock up because he didn't want no trouble with the Chicago niggas. Why they want to see? They want no fuck with the Chicago niggas. And these the niggas y'all want me to be scared of? Man, if you niggas don't stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me. Say I'm lying, Juan. Say I'm lying, Peezy. Say I'm lying, Southwest. Lil Mark, say I'm lying. This nigga ain't laying like that, bro. Niggas calling police, filing lawsuits, report my shit, and these niggas y'all look up to, Detroit, these y'all born and raised niggas. I ain't afraid of none of you niggas. Nigga, oh, my mama ain't raised no hoe, nigga. Fuck you niggas.
Hey, mommy.
Danny is the direct connection to the Tijuana cartel. So he eventually took me over. Sorry, my friends. These guys need to put these bags over your head. The doors fly open, they snatch the bags off. The old man starts to negotiate with me. The old man's old man Mayo. He wanted to send me, I think it was between 8 to 10 tons a week. Then I started listening to more conversations about the white.
Donald Wayne Tompkins is a former drug kingpin from Detroit, Michigan. He was raised in the slums and started working in crack houses during the boom of the 1980s. He continued working his way up until he eventually got plugged in with Mexican cartels. He was one of the key American distributors for the Juarez cartel and then eventually the Sinaloa cartel. He's been on ranches in Sinaloa with Mayo Zambada, shared drinks with Chapo, and shaken hands with Mexican five-star generals. He eventually spent a decade in federal prison. He's now an author and a podcaster. Go check out his book, El Primo, The Black Hand of the Sinaloa Cartel. And for a bonus episode with Donald, where he exposes never-before-told secrets.
He had us in the car on the ride back, and he's talking about the business, saying what he want to do. And I started to talk, just started to come to me. Okay, well, what we're going to need, if you're talking about giving us this amount, we're going to need to borrow some money from you because we're going to need to get some places to store this stuff. We need to get vehicles to move it in. And I'm noticing he's not talking. He just started listening and squinting his eyes and shaking his head. And my brother's sitting up front like, yeah, that's exactly what we planned. No. And as we got closer to Tucson, because he could throw out scenarios, I would answer back. And he told me, he said, Wayne, I really like the way you think about the business. And that pretty much set the tone. So they sent us like 2,500 pounds. Got rid of that in like 3 days.
Wow. All from to cats in Detroit.
Yeah. But again, these guys, some of these guys, and one of them became a really close friend of mine. So when I got off into the cocaine, I could go borrow 400, 500,000 from this guy. You know, so he had guys in Ohio and other places that were coming up paying cash.
Huge hub. Detroit's a huge Midwest hub.
So that's coming in, and it got so to the point, Johnny, that they started sending like about 45, like 2 to 3 metric tons
of pot.
Yeah. And I'm moving this in like a day and a half, 2 days. When they come in, they would start saying, well, when they come in, listen, we at least need $1 million or 1.5. I was like, okay, no problem. And I would have it. Okay. They would have the truck sit there and wait. This would come, and I literally, probably within a few hours, I would have like 1.5, 1.7.
Wow.
And
Granny, bro, you gonna have to see me face to face. I'm gonna be there. No, record this, bro. Record right now. Record it right now. If Baby Tron come to Grand Rapids, bro, and the mixtape didn't get clear, I swear to God, my granny, bro, you got to see me face to face, bro. I'm gonna be there, bro. I'm not playing, bro. I'm gonna be there, bro. I'm not playing, bro. Any nigga ever did, bro, any nigga, bro. I'm gonna be at that show in Grand Rapids, bro. Stop playing. I swear to God, on my granny, I'm gonna be there, bro. I'm gonna literally be there. I'm pulling up. I'm gonna be the first nigga there. I'm gonna be the first nigga there. Literally, I'm gonna be the first nigga at that show. If you have a show in Grand Rapids, I'm gonna be the first nigga there. Facts. Me and the whole gang. And I can almost guarantee you, any nigga you bring, it ain't gonna be on nothing when they see who I got with me, bro. Facts. Y'all be thinking this shit is game, bro. I know niggas from Detroit too, little ass boy. Then you come to Grand Rapids, bro, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there, bro. I'm pulling up to the show. Facts. I'm smacking the fuck out you. At this point, kind of GRP want to, my nigga. I swear to God, I'm gonna be there. On my granny, I'm gonna be there. On my dead cousin, I'm gonna be there, nigga. Facts. You have a show on GRP want to, Baby Tron. I don't give a fuck who you come with. None of that shit. I'm gonna be there, bro. I promise you I'm gonna be there. Nigga, this shit the game if you want to, but I'm not no fucking rapper, my nigga. I would have been blew up, my nigga, if I was a rapper. I'm gonna be at your show, bro. Good fuck how much security you bring. None of that shit. I'm gonna be there. Facts. I'm gonna literally be there. I'm gonna literally be there. I promise you I'm gonna literally be there, bro. Have a show in my city if you want to. And I swear to God, I'm gonna be right there. I'm literally gonna fuck around and smack the fuck out you with the back of my hand. Wallahi. I'm not playing, bro. Have a show in my city if you want to. I keep saying it, bro. Man, know the Hip Hop Lab. Whatever the fuck I gotta do, bro. Get this message out right now. But the nigga landed up commenting under the post. He said, bandamount mixtape got took down with Tron because I didn't want to ask him for percentages. Percentages of what? Distro Kid? He just commented that shit. He said my tape got took down with Tron because I didn't want to ask him for percentages, but that's a lie, bro. I got the messages where I literally was texting y'all. I said, I pay y'all niggas any amount of money to clear this tape. I'll give y'all any amount, bro. I'm really rich, bro. I paid $50,000 to get this tape cleared type shit. That's what I was on. They ain't want to do it, bro. But now the nigga saying under the comments that it's only because I didn't want to get them a percentage of the song, bro. I would have gave y'all so much money, bro. And then y'all would have still got a percentage. But y'all know, before all this shit, bro, I ain't never had no problem with Tron. I never had no problem with y'all niggas, bro. I seen y'all like, you know what I'm saying, y'all was cool and shit. We never had no problem to begin with, bro. We only got a problem now, because since I ain't want to sign the niggas, bro, niggas trying to give me blackball, bro. But no, I'm gonna tell the full story over again for all y'all who in here right now. This what happened, bro. Word to Allah, bro. Wallahi. Baby Tron hit me up. He was the first. He hit me up first. I never texted him one time, bro, on my new page. My page always get deleted and shit. So he hit me up. He said, Street Wallace is fire. Street Wallace is a song that I made back then on one of my mixtapes. He texted me and said, that song is fire. I'm like, oh, shit, good looking, bro. We got to make something. He said, come to the lab. I said, bet for sure, bro. I'll come down there. Let me know a date. He said, come tomorrow. I said, bet, here I come. I'll be there tomorrow. Let you know when I'm down there. So I was down there. We made our songs. He was in the studio literally having a conversation about how good this project was and how we finna tear shit up. But no, I was never saying fuck Baby Tron to begin with, bro. I really just mad and shit, bro, because y'all made me have to say this, Tron. Y'all made me have to say fuck Tron, because all the shit y'all done put a nigga through, bro. All the work that I put in for no reason, just for niggas to try to do shit like that. But no, I had to say fuck Tron, bro. Because he a part of that shit too. He could have easily got the tape drop, bro. At the end of the day, bro, I want y'all to hear good music. Why the fuck am I working with niggas for no music? For no reason, bro. You hear me? But I was down there, but he was in the studio talking about how good the shit was. I never really said fuck Baby Tron, bro. He was just mad when I said that shit, but no, I really fuck with them niggas, bro. We supposed to have dropped some shit that made history, bro. But instead, I gotta sign a deal with y'all for the shit to come out. Bro, I brought my sister down there. I brought my brothers down there, my cousin. We all in the studio, Baby Tron. We having a good time, bro. We making good music, you feel me? It was never no conversation about me signing to nobody until I got home. Once I got home, niggas called me. Like, bro, if you don't sign to us, we're not dropping this project. Nigga, on my granny, nigga, I was on the phone with Lando Bando himself. He said, me and Baby Tron was talking about artists we should sign. Your name came up first. It's exactly what he said on the phone, nigga. Wallahi, nigga. You wouldn't be sitting here lying. But I ain't even mad at them at this point, bros. I'm past that shit. I'm not mad at them niggas, bro. I ain't mad at the niggas, bro. But at the end of the day, bro, niggas should stand on business, bro. And be solid, bro. But no, Orlando Bando shouldn't have dare been commenting. He just commented under the post today on YouTube that somebody had made. They said how AK Bandamount lost to take to Baby Tron. Why the fuck is you gonna comment, Lando, talking about some the only reason why the tape got took down is because AK Bandamount didn't he didn't want to give us a percentage. Bro, I would give y'all 50%. Did I give a fuck about that little ass money? No, I care about recognition, bro. I'm move forward in this shit. I would have gave y'all niggas 75% of this shit. Nigga, I give a fuck about the money, bro. I'm independent, bro. I'm getting paid regardless. But no, he want to comment under the post and say the only reason why the tape didn't get cleared was because AK Bandamount didn't want to give us a percentage. But that's a lie, bro. I got the messages to prove it, bro. I literally asked for y'all DistroKid email, bro. Would have gave y'all niggas 50%. Where the fuck y'all on there, bro? I had to go live about this shit. I'm just saying in general, bro. I would have gave him 75% just to get that shit cleared. I was waiting, bro. To be honest, bro, the first time I hit them niggas up about this shit, before we like even ever had this shit going on, I was like, I'll give y'all a percentage of this shit. What we gonna do? They ain't say shit. I text them again. I'll give y'all niggas some money. How much y'all want? I ain't hear shit. Lando Bando literally told me they was gonna clear the tape. I got messages, bro. They said we gonna clear the tape, bro. Just wait. We gonna clear the tape. Just wait. That's literally what he said. Lando Bando said we gonna clear the tape, bro. Just wait. I had that bitch uploaded, waiting for them to clear it for months. So that's when I hit him up again and said, bro, I'll give y'all any amount of money right now to just clear that bitch, bro, because I see that niggas on some weird shit. So when I was on the phone with him, right? No, hey, listen to this, bro. Listen to this, bro. When they called me, when I went back to the crib, Lando Bando was just like this. This is his voice. He said, bro, we can't put you on, bro. You ain't signed under our label, bro. You can't just be giving out free call. That's exactly what Lando said. We can't just be putting niggas on, bro. You ain't signed under our label, bro. You gotta be signed under us or something, bro. We gotta have control over you or something, bro. You gotta have control over you or something. That's exactly what he said on the phone. Facts. I said, damn, I can't build relationships, bro, and just go up on my own. He said, no, bro, you gotta be signed to us, bro, for you to just be working with Baby Tron and shit. But get the fuck on, goofy ass nigga. I smack the fuck out Lando Bando, nigga. I don't even mean to take it there, bro. I'm not even mad, bro. I'm not even mad, bro. Nah, for real, I would smack the fuck out one of these niggas, though. In real life, no cap. You can't be giving out free call, bro. You gotta be signed under our label, bro. Bitch, I'm already clouded, bro. You gotta be signed under our label, bro. You can't just be having you work with Baby Tron like that, bro. You gonna take everything we got going, bro, and then keep it for yourself. Man, get your weird ass on, bro. Now, why would y'all have me? To be honest, bro, If y'all niggas was on that, bro, I would have never came out there to begin with to make. I would have had no songs with trying right now. I would have had no songs with trying right now. I would have never came out there to begin with, bro. I knew y'all was on that. If I knew y'all was on that, I would have never came out there to work with you niggas. I would have had somebody come out there to check y'all niggas. Facts. I would have had somebody come out there to take everything y'all got if I knew that's what y'all was on. The cat. He said, bro, we can't just be giving out free coke, bro. You can't be working with Baby Tron like that, bro. That's what Lando said. Then why did Baby Tron hit me up and say, come out here and let's make some shit? Why the fuck would he hit me up and say that then? If y'all can't be giving out no coke. And then, bro, it's just crazy. But it's a whole bunch of shit I can be saying. Like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. They did that to a couple niggas, though. They did that to a couple niggas, though. It's a couple niggas who done got finessed to sign the deal with Baby Tron because they went out there and made songs with Baby Tron. Next thing you know, niggas calling them, say you got to sign with it, all that bullshit. Them niggas broke as fuck. They don't got their own lane. They can't think for themselves. They're not their own man, so they end up signing that deal. Now they stuck under a contract with these niggas for no reason, bro. Like, damn, bro. What's wrong with me being an independent artist, bro? Shit crazy, bro. Snake ass niggas, bro. They did that to every artist who they got certified trapper, bro. I feel bad for that man. Baby Tron took his whole fan base. Baby Tron took certified trapper's whole fan base. Certified trapper's not doing shit no more. Think about it, my nigga. As soon as they signed certified trapper, all of a sudden this nigga not doing shit no more, and this nigga's on the back shelf. Am I lying or not, bro? We don't hear shit about certified trapper no more. I'm sorry.
For a limited time at Little Caesars, get any 2 toppings you want on a large pizza for only $5.99.
Crazy.
You get invited to the studio. I didn't try. So you go out there and then y'all in the studio and shit, and then y'all make a whole bunch of songs, right? Other than that bitch talking about dropping the project, y'all talking about the ideas of what's gonna come to life and shit. You get back to the crib and you receive a phone call, niggas saying they want to sign you. But you don't want to sign the deal because you done already did so much on your own, so you feel like it's not worth it and shit. You sign to the hip hop lab, you're not getting nothing.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Peezy, and I'm back with another video. Today we got something different for y'all. I got some news for y'all, man. Today we're gonna be talking about everybody's favorite scam artist, Baby Tron, and we also gonna be talking about a rapper he recently collabed with. His name is AK Bandamount. If y'all don't know who he is, he's an artist from Flint, Michigan. And a lot of Flint, Michigan rappers get their recognition. We got Crispy Life, Rio the Young OG, YNJ, Louis Ray. And that's just only a few that I could tell you off the top of my head because I listen to a lot of these guys. These every single one of these guys are in my playlist, you feel me? And to be honest with y'all, Flint don't really still get the recognition that they deserve. But Rio the Young OG was the one that put them on the map back in 2020. Everything was starting to come together and go crazy. Everybody started dropping, getting ready for Rio to come out. And man, he coming out this December. So we definitely gonna get a lot of good new music, especially from him and a lot of other Flint artists. But to stay on topic of the video, AK Bandamount recently went live on IG explaining to his audience why the mixtape he made with Baby Tron got recently took down off of YouTube. And I'm gonna let y'all watch the clip, but first I want to give my thoughts on this. Personally, I don't think Baby Tron had anything to do with the mixtape getting took down. I think it was his management and his label. Now, if y'all didn't know, Baby Tron is signed to the Hip Hop Labs. He's been signed to them since 2017, and he's been going on a pretty good run ever since he got signed to them. And it's undeniable his manager, Lando from Hip Hop Labs, did a lot for Baby Tron. Put him on the map, connected him with videographers like Cole Bennett, just networking in general, and connected him with other artists in the industry. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, like, I listened to the mixtape about a couple of days ago, like 2 or 3 songs on there was pretty good, and I didn't even get to listen to the whole thing because I woke up the next day and they gone, the whole thing gone. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, these are 2 artists that I replay as much as I do, and to see them lab for a second and it's all gone all of a sudden, you're pissing me off a little bit, bro. Not only was AK Bandamount gonna get the recognition he deserved, but that mixtape he made with Baby Tron might have just pushed him over the edge to give him the real fan base he's been deserving. Because he's not popular on Instagram. He don't have these clout tactics. All he does is music, and he just focuses on the music. And by the look of it, he also doesn't have a team like another label to back him and really push his music out to people. And I hope, as the independent artist that he is, he doesn't let that stop him from getting his music out to people and pushing the realness. Because the industry is mad, man. They are mad for money. They will want anything they can get their hands on, and it's crazy out here. Reason being why I'm saying this is because this sounds like the exact reason why you don't have this masterpiece of an album anymore. From what AK Bandamount said on this live Hip Hop Lab, Baby Tron's label took down and copyrighted this entire mixtape because AK Bandamount was not signed to the label when he was given the opportunity. And speaking only from a fan standpoint, I ain't mad at it. AK Bandamount obviously declined the offer, and for good reason. If I had songs with Rio the Young OG and Baby Tron before I got to drop a mixtape with him, I'd say I'm doing pretty good without a label, and I don't need a label backing me after I've done so much work getting where I am today without having a label. Just hypothetically speaking, who's to say that Lando would give AK Bandamount the same deal that he gave Baby Tron, even when they make similar sound and type of music? And it's crazy what independent artists will go through and do just to have a team that can help them push their music. Sometimes independent artists don't know the full length of their music and the worth of it. So they end up getting themselves in 360 deals, not knowing what to do, what the contract really says. And all they know is sign on the dotted line for X amount. The rules don't apply the same, but think of it this way. Biggie got signed to Bad Boy Records for $2,500. $2,500 is all it took to sign one of the biggest artists back in that era. Damn, the old heads gonna love that analogy. But man, I'm gonna this video so y'all can see for yourselves, man.
Imagine you was in my shoes. You get invited to the studio by Baby Tron. So you go out there and then y'all in the studio and shit, and then y'all make a whole bunch of songs, right?
Yeah.
Y'all make a whole bunch of songs and shit, right? Y'all in that bitch talking about dropping the project, y'all talking about the ideas of what's gonna come to life and shit. And then you get back to the crib and you receive a phone call around 11 at night. Niggas saying they want to sign you. Niggas saying they want to sign you. But you don't want to sign the deal because you done already did so much on your own, so you feel like it's not worth it and shit. You're never gonna be giving out no money when they sign it, bro. Like, you sign to the Hip Hop Lab, you're not getting nothing. But anyway, yeah, he invited me to the studio to do all those songs for no reason. Because after that, they called me and said, "Do I want to sign to them?" I said, "No, I just want to build relationships, bro, and then work on my own." And it was like, "They ain't gonna be able to release none of these projects unless you sign with us." So now it's just like me coming out to Detroit, working with Baby Tron for no reason. Just three niggas try to call me and tell me I gotta sign to these niggas for the songs to come on. I'm done talking about it.
Yeah, bro. I'm sick for him, bro. I don't know what's going on with the industry nowadays. These industry dudes, they don't know that these rappers nowadays know they own worth. Like I said, I don't know if Baby Tron was part of this whole gimmick, this whole plan that the Hip Hop Lab got going on. The fact of it is, they had Baby Tron contact AK Bandamount and say, "Hey, let's go to the stew, let's go on some more songs." Because they had songs back in the past before they had a single out. I think it was called Why. At the time of this recording, I had this song on my playlist. I go to check and look for footage, and the song is private now. We as fans can only suspect that Baby Tron's label that he works with now has him on this tight leash to where he can't work with certain artists or artists that he wants to work with. And if that's the case, man, this is sad to see favorite artists like this get controlled by the industry over and over and over again. It's just sad, bro. Hopefully this type of thing doesn't keep happening, because AK went up there made a whole bunch of songs with Baby Tron just for it to amount to nothing. That's hard work, probably hours in the stew. Just for dude to call you up after y'all are done, y'all dropped it already, just to tell you, yo, we can't keep this up. But we can only if you sign to us. Man, that's why. And we had fans waiting on this whole mixtape to come out. Got people re-uploading them, and hopefully I can catch the re-uploads and see which songs that I haven't heard yet. And that's so shitty, bro. Hopefully I gave y'all some insight on what's going on about the situation. But if y'all enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about this whole situation, bro. Because, man, this don't make no sense, bro. Thank y'all for watching. If y'all enjoyed, please check out my other content. Appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.
Michigan residents get 1,000 lease cash. GM employee program participants with their current eligible.
About it. Okay. So imagine you was in my shoes. You get invited to the studio by Baby Tron. So you go out there and then y'all in the studio and shit, and then y'all make a whole bunch of songs, right?
Yeah.
Y'all make a whole bunch of songs and shit, right? Y'all in that bitch talking about dropping the project. Y'all talking about the ideas of what's gonna come to life and shit. And then you get back to the crib and you receive a phone call around 11 at night. Niggas saying they want to sign you. That's you hear me, little bro?
Yeah.
Niggas saying they want to sign you. But you don't want to sign the deal because you done already did so much on your own, so you feel like it's not worth it and shit. You're never gonna be giving out no money when they sign it, bro. Like, you sign to the hip hop lab, you're not getting nothing. But anyways, yeah, he invited me to the studio to do all those songs for no reason. Because after that, they called me and said, "Do I want to sign to them?" I said, "No, I just want to build relationships, bro, and then work on my own." And it was like, "We ain't gonna be able to release none of these projects unless you sign with us." So now it's just like me coming out to Detroit, working with Baby Tron for no reason. There's 3 niggas try to call me and tell me I gotta sign to these niggas for the songs to come out. I'm done talking about it. So I didn't want to sign to them niggas, bro. They're not getting no real money, my nigga.
Yeah, that's it, right?
Bro. So you tell me what you think about it, my nigga.
No.
No, I feel it, man. You should have accomplished so much shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie. If that's how he playing his cards, that's crazy. But because I see he signed with TJ and them and all them.
Bro, listen to me, bro. No disrespect to TJ or nobody else, but them niggas signed because they had nothing else to do.
I kind of see some
Their views dropped. They feel like Baby Tron was a good outlet for them to get back into the Michigan industry. Why not sign to them niggas? But me? Come on, bro.
I already know it, bro.
Why the fuck would I sign to these niggas, bro?
Like that.
But that's the exact reason. So niggas stopped asking about Baby Tron, bro. Anybody in the comments and shit. I ain't telling you that, but you probably genuinely didn't know what was going on and shit. So anybody else, bro? From this point on, if you heard me say this shit, don't ask me shit about that shit, bro, because I'm not dropping it, bro. I'm not gonna get my catalog took down. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. They did that to a couple niggas, though.
Your neighbors are out here working hard behind the scenes to keep our community healthy.
Hey man, we just told Cleveland to fuck up. It ain't over with though yet. Hey man, if you take care of your kids, we the same type of niggas. You stay on weekend, we the same type of niggas. Hey, listen, man. Hey, my nigga Ice wear the cut. We doing what the fuck we supposed to be doing. Freedom boys, free Texas.
I last reported about Peezy when a woman, now identified as Eastside Ray, Street Lord Juan's former bedmate, released a statement via the Dogface TV podcast, wherein she explains how Street Lord Juan says that he had to protect Peezy while serving his 18-month sentence in federal custody.
if I wanted to be bigger, or if I wanted to like get back on and talk basically every single word I've ever said, and I know what I got receipts to match up to, and I've already sent to him. I don't gotta be bigger. What you gotta do is do better than him, because I can really get talking about how you said to me, you told me about you and still time in the feds. I'm starting Pete. Y'all time in the feds together, how you gonna protect him?
All right, Pigs, you already know where you at, who you rocking with, right? Right. So let's get to that thing, yo. It seems Peezy put a few words in the Street Lord Wine about the whole prison protection thing. You know what I'm saying? It seems to have been an issue while he was serving his 18-month sentence in federal custody between himself and the GDs or whatnot. Now, I'm not sure what the issue was surrounding, so I'm not going to speculate. But we just know that there was an issue. And I suppose this is the issue that the young lady is speaking about in the clip where Wine is said to have to protect him. And he's not too pleased about that. And he also gives the young lady who has now been identified as Eastside Red air of truth, as he says in his statement. It's not the first time that I heard that. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. Let's get to what he said. He said, man, somebody just sent me a video going around of this female saying you told her you had to protect me in jail. When the hell did I ever need protection in jail? I was stomping through that bitch by myself with no worries at all, LOL. I came to you one time about some words that was said, but from a Muslim that was GD. That shit wasn't even a serious issue. I went to the meeting with them niggas like a gangster by myself, and I ain't asked you to come with me. I just made you aware of the situation because I thought you was a big brother to me. I did 18 months in jail. A nigga never did shit to me, bro. The nigga who stole my cell phone, we beat the dog shit out of him, stomped him till he went to sleep. That's the only problem I ever had in Eccleton, bro. Then he goes on to say, LOL, this ain't the first time I heard that either. I heard you say my name on that song with G-Rock too. When I speak of you in public, it's on a high level with respect. Why every time I hear you speaking on me is some whole shit being said? I ain't even know you secretly don't like me. LOL. It's all good though. All is well. So there you go. He spoke to the rumors. Now, I don't know how this private message became public. I just know where I found it at. You did. And where you can find it at. And that's on the Dogface TV Podcast Instagram channel. I don't know if he put it on his YouTube or Patreon. It's probably on his Patreon too. So if you're on Patreon, you probably already saw this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's up for debate TV. So you let me know what you think about the situation. Who capping, who telling the truth. Peezy say this ain't the first time he heard it too. You know what I'm saying? Says he always speaks a dog with a high level of respect, but always hears some snake shit on the other end. I don't know. Let me know how you feel about that, man. All I gotta say to you is this. Peace to the 5% nation of gods and earths. Until we meet again. I'll be back.
Hi, Susan. Honey.
Yeah?
I respect that, but that cough looks pretty bad. Try this Robitussin honey.
The real honey you love, plus the powerful cough relief you need.
Mind if I root through your trash?
Robitussin with real honey and elderberry.
Another day, another dollar. What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So, quick recap, man. Blue Devil has made videos calling Whack 100 a rat, a cop, an informant, all that. And then he had him on his channel. None of that energy was in the air. No type of toughness whatsoever. And Whack left, and Blue Devil like let a sigh of relief out, I'm sure, as soon as he left. Like, whew, man, that could have went sideways. And then the next morning went on Whack 100's show. What is it called? The 100 Show. You guys go over there and check out that live when he addressed this hater world, so he doesn't get away with that, And yeah, then Whack called him a bitch repeatedly, called him a disgrace repeatedly, disrespected his barrio, unfortunately. And we watched Blue Devil literally get scared of someone that was on a monitor in front of him. Like, literally was scared of someone who couldn't even touch him. Like, in the moment, couldn't touch him, right? And then Whack 100 threatened his life and said, motherfucker, I will go to you right now. I will get the homies and I will go to you. And the little blue guy, Big Mouth, he did like, no way, Jose. Blue Devil only likes to act tough on here, of course, not in real life ever. But he likes to act tough with Mexicans, because he makes phone calls. He's got a little money, so he makes phone calls and shoots money around, right? But that doesn't work with the blacks. And he found that out. And that's the reason why he's saying what he's saying. So Whack 100 did all of that to him, right? And he did a whole entire live mad at me, mad at Gunner. Mexicans, again. That's who he likes to be mad at. That's who he likes putting down. Raza, open your eyes to what this individual is. It's right there, the 100 Show. Go check out the live. Funniest shit you'll ever see. And by the way, in his video, Blue Mouth, he said that he played a song, and the song was for Gunner and I, and it was called 2-5 Killer, and I second that. I second that song. Go ahead. But let's be absolutely 100% clear. I've never, ever been a part of nothing like that. How would somebody with a proven track record on the streets as well as in prison go basically from a Bugatti to a bicycle? I know your little pea brain, you can't wrap that around a little pea brain, but other people know what I'm saying, right? How do you go from something like the most powerful, like, I was never a legend. Let's make sure that's clear, because he'll try to twist my words. I was never a legend. But how do you go from what doing to what he's alleging? Come on, Motor Mouth. You were never a factor in your neighborhood. You are never a factor on the streets. You've never been to YA. You've never been to the joint, which none of those things matter, but you put yourself in them categories, Holmes. And what's even worse is you're not even a factor on YouTube. See, you say that nobody watches Gunner and I. Gente, the vato, every time he opens his mouth, fucking lies come out. So let's do this. Let's do a scientific experiment. Go over there to his channel. Don't bother watching any of the videos. They're all lies. Go watch the 100 show. Watch that live with him on that. That's the content you should watch, right? But go to his channel, right? Click on videos and just scroll for a while and see how many of his videos got 2,000 views, 3,000 views, 700 views. I mean, it's all right there. And then come on over here. Come on back. Once you're done with that, come on back, man. And then look at my views. Look at Gunner's views. He's a failure. Okay? So, the thing that I'm thinking of doing now, I did it last night. He was live last night. He had like 700 people in there, right? And I said, let me fix this. Because I know how loyal my subscribers are. So I went live and shit all over you. And I may do it every time you go live now. Every time you go live, Gunner and I might have to just go live and remind you. Rub it in that stupid ass face. You are a failure on YouTube. You know why you're a failure on YouTube? Because of the content that you put out. Your little pea brain only comes out with hate. And so you surround yourself with hate, and that energy came right back to you in the form of Whack 100. Don't forget that, ever. You did this to yourself. See, obviously, I mean, I believe you have killers around you. But see, you pay them to be around you. And so you're not the kind of individual that's used to thinking before you speak. Because you're not around dudes that'll lay you down for the stupid shit that comes out of your mouth. See, the stupid shit that comes out of your mouth got your whole neighborhood disrespected. Them vatos didn't disrespect Whack. You did. You know, I saw something pop up on my feed this morning, and it was Big Mouth, Blue Mouth, right? Somebody sent him a $1.99 super chat and asked him, hey, where are you from? And this disrespectful ass vato said, fuck your fucking $1.99. Take that shit back. You're going to have to pay me a whole lot more to find out where I'm from. Whack 100 said, where the fuck you from? I'm from here. Wow. You gave it up for free like that to your unk. What raza would call anybody unk? The ones that hate what they are. Blue Devil hates Mexicans. They're the only ones he'll talk shit about. And he'll sit there and eat cheese. Take that shit when he is getting emasculated verbally. Who calls you a rat? Who calls you a rat? You did. You did.
Check it out, it's your boy Bush. Man, this shit went.
What are you talking about now? Whack 100 and who? Crazy. I'm like, yo, why they people tripping? Right? I didn't know why they people was tripping, but now I see what's good. Blue Devil, I see why they tripping, Blue Devil.
That's how it is. That's how our people are just like that, dog.
Nah, Blue Devil. You said a lot of crazy stuff that I never knew you was saying. You calling niggas rats and police and
about what?
Hold on.
About you?
You call
bro, you were supposed to, bro. If you saying those type of things, right? I didn't even know I didn't know the name of the podcast, right? I don't be keeping up with people. So I thought we was going in because niggas was saying we racist, right? So we can go address that. But if your fans been watching, your subscribers been watching you, call niggas rats and police and detectives and all this, and we get there in front of you, and not one time you address that, I see why they looking crazy.
I told you we've been running content for like 2 years. You said 2 months. We said 2 years.
Well, watch this. If I say I'm running
2 years,
right? I say I'm running content, right? And then you come up there and talk to me, right? You ain't been keeping up with me. You're like, I don't keep up with that dude. His channel, I don't know his channel. Then the next day, you get Wack said Blue Devil's gay. Wack said Blue Devil's a snitch. Wack said this. And not one time did I ever say any of these things or address you on why I thought you was gay or why I thought you was a snitch. And everybody is dapping up and it's all love.
We did. It was all the shit that we talked about was you doing work with 6ix9ine, you working with Rats and PCs, and we brought that up yesterday.
No. 6ix9ine we addressed.
Yeah.
Right? Because I addressed y'all that y'all scared to say something to them essays across that border. They just gave 6ix9ine.
That ain't our politics. We told you that yesterday.
Our politics, bro. They called dogs on y'all. But see, they told me you really ain't from a barrio. So I get it.
Man, listen, that ain't true, homie.
So what barrio you from?
I'm from Looney's, homie, Southeast LA.
Okay, so if you from Looney's, right? You telling me them double letters don't call the dogs?
What you talking about? People in Mexico?
No. Like the double
M. That's what
you telling me that they ain't calling no dogs when it comes to Sureños?
But you're talking about the cartel music, the record label.
Hey, bro, I don't know if you understand. All that's tied in over there.
Yeah, but listen, that music label ain't got really nothing to do with us. We told you that yesterday.
Yes, they do, because they cartel.
Cartel what? Cartel from Mexico?
Hey, bro, let me tell you something, bro.
They real life cartel.
Hold on, bro. 6ix9ine face is on the side of a big ass building. And
I heard you. We heard you yesterday.
Okay.
We heard you yesterday.
That's only gonna happen under one circumstance. So you can sit here and act like, bro, that you ain't understanding that they don't care that dude did what he did, bro.
People in Mexico, bro, run different shit than people in Cali. You know that.
No, and I know the people in Mexico call the dogs on what's over here in Cali.
Maybe listen, bro. I don't know what they do because I'm not gonna sit here and talk about it. But politics in Mexico, way different politics.
But But I asked you yesterday. Do I got threats at the end of Paru?
Of course not. Why would you? What do you mean? Hey, listen. If your shit's on the internet, that's just content, my boy. And you know that. And you know that.
Hold on, bro. Right. Cartel music on the internet, bro.
That's cool.
Cartel music is on the internet, nigga.
And that's cool. And that's cool.
Why you ain't saying none of them? Because y'all scared, bro.
Maybe I haven't got to it, dog. Maybe I'll get to it today.
You ain't got to it.
Maybe I'll get to it today.
So now you're going to take the interview down. They expect you getting pressed down.
I ain't taking shit down, homie.
Okay, so why you didn't call me the police when I was right there, bro?
Bro, look, you should have done your research the same way I should have done my research. Yeah, you knew where you were going. Come on.
He came on your platform.
Why you didn't call me the police when I was right there, bro?
Bro, we told you. We told you.
That you seen in real life, dude is who he is?
What?
Why you didn't call me the police when I was right there, bro?
Bro, you came in very respectful, so we gave you that same respect.
No, I came in because I didn't know none of that was going on. I thought I was addressing some racist shit.
You're addressing all kinds of shit.
I'm coming in to address, I'm not a fucking racist.
But you also address that you're not a rat because you're not working with rats, right?
Oh, bro, did you call me a rat? Bro, I'd have sucked your ass out, homie. On Paru, nigga. And blood, I come up there today.
Did you hear?
Hey, listen, check this out. Blood, we can get out in the state, head up. You would have called me a rat, and you know it, nigga.
Who called you a rat?
Your ass out.
Who called you a rat?
We can get out, homie.
Who called you a rat?
Nigga, I'd have sucked your ass out.
I said, who called you a rat?
Calling me a rat, nigga.
I said, who called you? I said, who called you a rat?
You's a bitch.
Hey, listen, homie, that don't listen.
You's a mark, bro.
Listen, homie.
To the Southsiders, you disgrace to everything, bro. You's a fucking coward. If you'd have told me out of my face or mentioned that, I'd have stopped you out, homie. On Paru,
Are you done?
You out. And we can get out today, nigga. We can line it up. You can't fuck with me. On facts, nigga. You soft. That's big shit. You should have said that in my face. You never said that, homie. I gave you love.
And we returned that.
You gave it to homie.
We returned that.
Off of nothing.
homie, you didn't hear? You didn't hear? You didn't hear?
And I'm gonna tell you, I went through that.
He's like, fuck with you. No, I'm gonna tell you this, though.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not, dude. Why you said you know where you at? You seen what it was. Yeah, we know where niggas is at. So either you gonna retract that rat shit, or it's gonna be what it's gonna be, bro. Cause niggas is not playing.
Homie, we're going based off of what's on the internet, based off the content, based off the paperwork, and based off all this shit that's there.
I'm asking you man to man right now. Are you calling
Listen, homie. I gotta go back through all that shit and read all that shit again. Then all that shit was like last year. I'm gonna go through all of it. Did you not hear what it said? Did you not hear what it said, bro?
I know where you at, Lou.
No, I know, but look, he basically saying that.
Now the homies mount up. I'm asking you, are you calling me a rat?
Homeboy, I gotta go through all that shit again to look at it. That shit is right here.
No. Are you calling me a rat? I'm asking you, as a man, are you calling me a rat? Because I know where you at.
Homeboy, when you pulled up yesterday, we didn't get that impression. That's why we continued to interview. That's why we continued to interview. If that's how we would have felt, we would have cut the interview.
Off our stage. Bitch ass nigga. Fucking with
You
that.
ain't even gonna answer the question. You asked him straight up.
No,
answer the question,
he's
nigga.
trying to change the attitude because he knows how we come.
Yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. But check this out. After so many threats and so much promises, so much threats of violence to so many people, it's like when it comes to the point where it's like, come on, man, we don't believe you. You gotta do something.
Hey, good, you call me a rat.
Todd trying to explain why he spilled the milk. But there's no explanation needed. We already know what it is, man. You got bumped by Whack 100. You know?
Right.
Should I call Whack 100?
I just said the video said you was a rat.
Let me see if I got his number right here. And see what he has to say.
Who you calling?
I'll call Whack 100.
He was in person.
He's there live right now. Try it, but he's there live right now.
Oh, Whack's live right now too?
Yeah.
Well, should I try to call him?
Try it.
Let me see. Hey, he's gonna be like, "Don't man, I don't fuck with you." Woo woo. He's gonna talk shit. What? I'll try it though. I don't give a fuck. See if he answers. Try it.
I guess he asked him about 6'9".
We'll see if he changed his number.
He might have changed it because a lot of people.
Yeah, that's the only number I have for him. Well, let's see. I'm just gonna try to call him. Is this Whack 100?
Yeah, who's this, man?
Man, hey, look it. This is Gunner.
Who?
Gunner.
What Gunner?
Gunner from YouTube.
Gunner from YouTube. I know you. Where you from? Up north? That's you?
I'm from, yeah, that's me.
I talked to you before, right?
Yes, you did.
You from like Fresno?
I'm from Merced. From Merced.
Yeah, you and another dude from Santa Barbara.
Yes, me and Dubs. Dubs is right here. So trip out on this. What happened with that cat haters world, man? That motherfucker's trying to explain himself right now on live. What happened with him?
Can't explain himself. Listen, I got a call. They say, Whack, dude, them said you're a racist when you come in and have a conversation. I said, racist against who? He said, that's me. I said, yeah, I come in and have a conversation because I'm not as fucking racist against Mexicans, right?
Yep.
So, I drive 2 hours. Fucking 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I go in there. Remember, I don't know this dude. I go in there. It's all love. I had a conversation. Y'all see, I run his numbers up 3 hours, right? Finish it down at 15,000, 16,000 on the count. It's all love. He shake my hand and everything is cool and all love. Now, I don't know this dude. So I'm thinking I came to clear up. I came to race. I give him some game. Tell them let's work, open up a few doors, for him, whatever. I'm willing to do what I gotta do to debunk a false narrative. If I didn't like motherfuckers, everybody know I'm an asshole by nature. I'm just gonna say I don't like you, fuck you. I'm not gonna go out my way for free, come drive and sit down and build and all that. So we cool. Next morning I wake up,
the comments going crazy. I said, damn, why is community tripping on it? I'm like, what the fuck going on? So I go to Clubhouse and say, man, it's weird because usually the Hispanic community stand behind their people, but they tripping on dude. They said, why? Dude used to call you cops and polices and rats, and they tripping on him because his energy wasn't the same, and he never said none of that to you. I said, what? So I said, send me the clips. So they send me the clips. So when they send me the clips, I bring him back on my channel and ask him, hey, homie, you call me a cop or a rat or something? Because you made the statement that other dude from South Bay know where you at, but he won't pull up. I know where you at right now. I'll pull up. Today, I'll come back. Right? So I looked at him, I said, bro, are you calling me a rat or a police? He said, nah. I got to go back and look at the content. I said, homie, I'm confused on why you shook my hand the way you shook my hand and embraced me the way you embraced me if you calling me a rat or the police.
Yeah.
Right? I'm confused, bro. We right there. You're next to me doing the podcast, right?
Yeah.
So at this point, he's denying. Okay, cool, no problem. We mount up anyway. I get a call from the dude that run the spot. He say, "Whack, I was there, dude in violation. I didn't know we put all that shit up on you prior to. Whack, think about it. It's 50 of y'all. It ain't but 10, 12 of us in there. If we knew that, we would have thought you knew that, and we would have came prepared. And right? He said, bro, we didn't even know. He in violation because he put us in harm's way. It's 50 brothers in this motherfucker that we see is moving on your command. So we know you didn't know, and we didn't know. He said, but this is what I'm going to do, brother to brother, because you looked out for me without me even asking you in the podcast. You promoted my liquor, took pictures with my liquor, gave some plugs.
Let him know he's online.
Tell me nothing.
Yeah. Hey, look, Wack. Hey, Wack, I'm going to let you know just so you know, bro. I'm on live right now, so you're on live.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, I just want you to know that, you know, because I ain't trying to hide nothing.
We say once, we say twice. Ain't no secrets. We don't give no fuck.
Okay, right? Just letting you know.
So my man hit me last night and said, yo, we made him take everything down, right? I said, all right, cool. But then some other essays hit me. I'm going to say it because they got the bag. They say, Wack, the buster is hitting us talking about he needs security because of you. I said, well, I already talked to his people. He said, but Wack, what you think? I said, tell the nigga it's on. Y'all go get the bag and enjoy yourself because it's a dead issue. He said, all right, Wack, good looking out. Don't say nothing. So they got their bag last night because this scary motherfucker, although it's people that told him, we hollered at Wack, take that shit down you put up on him, and we straight. He's still scrapping. He paid some essays last night. They called my phone. Actually, I'm going to tell you what his name is. Hold on.
Oh, wait.
Hold on. I talked to him. Paul wrote. Hold on. Essay name is Dino. You paid Dino last night. D-Boy, Doughboy, D-O-E-B-O-I.
Michigan residents get 1,000 lease cash. GM employee program participants with a current eligible.
All these names are allegedly for the live because we don't.
Said you ready to get some brothers cleared up. So you come in and we on that topic, right? We cleared it up. You wake up the next morning and people like, yo, they going in on Wax. What? Yeah, good interview. Nah, they said he's stuck as shit. He just sat on his toilet. What you mean? And then they start sending you shit 8 months ago or 9 months ago or 4 months ago. I'm calling you a rat. I'm calling you this. I'm calling you that. But I never mentioned none of this shit in your face right here.
Yeah, well, you know there ain't no love lost with me and you. You know what it is, right? But at the same time,
remember, are you the one sending me to work on the American Cholo?
No, I ain't never sent you no work on American Cholo.
Which one of y'all did it? One of y'all did it.
It wasn't me. I'll let you know that. That's right off the top.
Was you the one gave the explanation for it?
I'm the one that said, you know, hey, when I put the work out, I said, man, it was all bad. Yeah, that was bad paperwork.
You to work. You got to stop doing that, bro.
Yeah, you better stop it. What?
Bro, Come on, man.
Hey, look it. I'm a man, bro. I'm a real one, bro. Me, I'm not none like Blue Devil, bro. I'm the real life deal.
Hold on. You telling me right now, man to man.
Man to man. On live. I'm on live right now.
Bro, come on.
That's on my motherfucking, on my dead family, on my kids. I didn't send you no paperwork on them. Hey, hey, look it. I ain't gonna disrespect you like that, but put this on, because I got the Texas just like you got the Texas. Put that on some, bro, that you did, that I sent you paperwork on American Cholo, bro.
You sent me to work. I didn't have to work. I don't know.
I didn't send you no paperwork on American Cholo, bro.
So, okay, so put your text messages up.
Let's look at them. Where they at? I got them right here.
You called me. I didn't even know you had a problem with it.
No, come on, hey, Whack, stop it.
I didn't, bro. I don't know which one. I don't even know him.
Whack, I got the last time me and Dubs called you on the live, the next text I got right here, I said, look it, listen, I'm saying you was on a live. I said, Whack, good morning, my time, bro. This is Gunner from YouTube. I know you're a busy man. The haters went wild because of our conversation. You down to do it again? Look at, no, listen, the next text I got is from you. Where's the work at? And I said, what work? You said that shit, man, on American Cholo. You said that shit that you dropped on live, that paperwork. Where's it at? You said, let's go live right now, roast them. And I said, man, I'm going to have to get back to you on that. Is that the truth or not?
You sent the work to me.
Bro, let's look at your text messages. I ain't never sent the work to you.
You definitely did.
100% I didn't.
You sent it, bro.
Bro, Whack. Let's keep it real, bro. That ain't me. You think I would call you, bro, on some bullshit if I did that? Come on now, stop it.
No, actually, I remember. You called me through. You called me through somebody else.
I didn't call you through no one because trip out on this. No, let me explain something to you.
Somebody.
I had my two. Hey, no, I had two friends on three-way. You called me and they was on three-way with me.
It was somebody on the three-way.
Yes, it was somebody on the three-way. Yes, it was somebody on the three-way. Yes, it was. It was a couple of my friends on the three-way. You called me and said, let's go in on them right now on a live. Let's go. You did it?
I mean, you got the work. You know more about it. I got the work.
No, but I thought I sent you. I thought I sent you the work.
You got the work, motherfucker.
Stop it,
Whack. You know more about, listen, if I send
you, Bubble Ball 100. Stop it.
Listen.
Power rule. Stop it.
If I send you the work, and it's my work, I'm supposed to go on your shit because I'm sending it to you, and I'm sending it to you. You was a little nervous about going on the live, though.
No, I wasn't nervous about that. I'm on live right now. My thing was, I said, I don't know if that works real or not.
I remember. Okay, I remember.
Okay, let's remember.
They said you was a little nervous because he had the shit on you that you was a dropout.
Who's they? Oh, I've always told everybody that I'm not active. So that ain't no secret.
It ain't not active. You can be not active.
Let's go. All right, let's go.
Here in this arena, we'll be answering the question, who would win the war between human and hamster?
This is head-to-head, nose-to-nose.
Human versus hamster, streaming exclusively on Max.
Sometimes the best thing to celebrate is you. Blue Nile gets that. Scored a promotion?
In a respectful way?
That's what I am. That's what I am.
They said you was a dropout. I don't know what you think.
Okay, well, they can say what they want to say, but they say a lot of things. But what they don't say is I'm getting my bread. That's what they don't say.
I mean, this ain't got nothing to do with getting your money out.
Well, exactly. My thing is this.
For one, hey, bro, understand this. The SA community, when it comes to YouTube,
yes,
right?
Sir. Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much, in my world, non-existent.
Okay, why is that? And so why is that? Why is the SA community non-existent?
Mm-hmm. Nobody was crossing paths with me from y'all lane. So all this SA shit that y'all had going on with each other, I don't know nothing about it because I didn't know none of y'all. Okay. So the SAs is the ones that hit, like, you had to hit me about, I didn't know American Cholo. I know the fuck he was. I didn't know y'all beef. Y'all had a beef, I guess. I didn't know who you was, who he was.
Okay.
Y'all called me, you and the other dude from Oxnard to Santa Barbara. I didn't know who the fuck y'all was. I just gave y'all the content. I get tripping.
Hey, and did we keep it respectful in the conversation?
I mean, you asked me a question. I never questioned your conversation.
See, this is the thing, Wack. This is the thing, man. To have a civilized conversation, you just got to keep it real, bro. You got to keep. I keep it real. I said, man, we had a great conversation. This dude kept the positive energy. We kept positive energy. That's what it is.
But whoever questioned that ain't what question. What the question is?
Okay.
Why did you go up there and say you didn't send the work?
Because show me the work. Show me the work that I sent. Because you got the tapes. You show everything. Show it. Where's it at?
I gotta ask Beats for that shit at.
Man, well, look for it. When you're done looking for it, I'll be right here waiting. At the end of the day, man.
I'm trying to understand who you scared of.
I ain't scared of no one. Hey, look it. I'm not running from Diggs. I ain't scared of no one. Period.
From who?
Exactly.
Who running from who? Hey, y'all weird.
Weird?
Okay, let me ask you something, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I got a nigga that I ain't never talked to, never did business with.
Okay.
He wanted to wake up and scream my name. Right?
Damn, did he?
So I'm supposed to go chase this dude in Hawaii or wherever the fuck they say he at.
Mm-hmm.
It's on dude. If you want to wake up and scream my name, right? Pull up on me. I don't know where the fuck you at. I ain't from the fucking Bay. I don't live in fucking Hawaii. I don't even know this nigga.
Hey, so here's my thing. If you don't know him, bro, why were you saying a lot of shit about him? Like, if you don't know him, then it's like, fuck him, right?
Hey, bro, are you weird? If you say something about me and I hear it, I'm going to say something back.
So you're saying he said something about you, but I remember when you was on No Jumpers, one of them podcasts, I don't know.
Bro, No Jumper, nigga, you 8 months late. By the time I got to No Jumper, nigga, he had already spoken.
No. I'm saying you guys was talking about Blue Da Vinci and you brought it up about his song.
He got mad that I was doing business with Blue Da Vinci. I don't know this nigga's relationship with Blue. Nigga, if you got a problem with Blue, Blue tell me I know the nigga personally. I can sleep on his couch. So why the fuck is you speaking on Wack doing business with Blue? If you got an issue with Blue, address Blue.
So here's the thing. Let's just leave it like this, Wack. On a respectful tip, let's leave it like this. So basically, you ain't tripping off Haters World, and you ain't trying to trip with Diggs. Period.
Hey, bro. So if I tell you I want to fuck your mama, you gonna take that disrespectful? Because you playing with me. You's a dropout, nigga.
That's supposed to make you cool. Fuck your mama too. Fuck your mama too. How about fuck your mama too? Hey, you're scared of Jay Diggs, fuck. Hey, let's say it louder. Say it louder. Hey, you know what you are? And you a sucker. Bro, you tell on people. Keep telling on Big U, weirdo. Keep telling on Big U. Tell on Big U. You're a snitch. You're a snitch. You're a snitch. Look.
I don't turn down nothing.
You're scared of Jay Diggs. Stop it. Nope.
Did you get rolled up or not?
Nope.
You dropped out.
No, guess what you did though? You ran from Diggs, you scary motherfucker. You scared of Jay Diggs. Diggs will beat your ass. Fuck your mom. Jay Diggs will beat your ass, punk. Here's the difference with me and Waiters World. I ain't scared of you, bubble butt. We want to know why you're scared of Jay Diggs. Why you scared of Jay Diggs? You scared of Jay Diggs. Fuck your mama, punk. You scared of Jay Diggs. Use a bitch. Wack 100. Use a punk.
These hands care for the herd. My hands need to be tough and sensitive. When my hands are dry and cracking, it's hard to do my job.
I'm gonna take my food. That's all about you, huh? Where's your table?
Want to support me? Go to Neat. Hope everybody's safe, blessed, and ate today. Remember, if you got anything extra, man, coats, jackets, thermals, blankets, whatever you got, man, take it outside and give it to the less fortunate, man. They don't want to be outside. Hey, with that being said, I got 2 stories for y'all. First story we talking about Skrilla from Philly, Bloodhound Q50, Buckingham, and the cameraman. And then the next story we're going to talk about is 18-year-old man. I can't believe this. 18-year-old man, keistered, or however you got a gun in Cook County Jail, had a gun with a stick in it. And he even body slammed the police. But before we get started, make sure y'all smash that like button so this video can get around to the masses, whatever platforms you got. I appreciate all the support. All right, we're going to start with Skrilla. Skrilla was on DJ Academics. And DJ Academics was asking him about the time when he was in Chicago a couple months ago and when he got shot. Now, a lot of people said it was cap, they ain't get shot and all that. Well, they really did get shot. And it's a video with the cameraman shot in his neck and saying that my girl's gonna kill me, man. I should never came out here. You know what I'm saying? That's what the cameraman was walking around saying. And Skrilla, he ended up getting shot in his leg. It ended up going in and out. He was hot. And I do believe that Q50 was shot too that day. You know what I'm saying? As much as they be lying, I do believe he was shot that day. But he was talking about it. And he DJ Academics, it was funny because DJ Academics told him, like, man, you can't be with them people who you checked in with, bro. I would never hang with them no more. And Skrilla just nodded his head and put his hand out and shook his hand like he felt him. You know what I'm saying? Q50, them bad people to come up here with, to check in with. They got a lot of ops. You want to check in with somebody who got respect. Not a lot of ops, you know. But Skrilla did say that he was shot, did confirm it, did show it. And we know the cameraman was shot now because the cameraman got a video out there on Buckingham page. Right? I ain't seen it. I can't put it on my page, but he walking around shot in his neck in Chicago. And the other one who ran, because they said it was 3 shots. So I do believe that Bloodhound Q50 was shot. But the story was true. A lot of people said that when we reported about it that it was capped, but it was true. They did get shot. Y'all get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Hey, that guy be on some heavy drugs, man. I think them drugs saved him. But he said it woke him up, them gunshots in Chicago. Yeah, you got to be safe, man. You from out of town. Don't let nobody tell you they run the city or nothing. They lying. I'm telling you, they lying like a mother. Anybody, anything can happen. Then the second story I got is unbelievable. Well, it's believable now, but you would have thought it was unbelievable. A guy had tried to run his uncle's crib and attack his uncle. The police was called. He body slammed the police. Now, may I remind you that he had this gun on the whole time, had to, you know, and then he went to jail, got locked up. He done been through the police station. He been through the Cook County Jail receiving where you get searched again. And then he went on a deck for a whole week. He got locked up on 11th, went to court on the 12th, and it took him a whole week before they let him out. He ain't had nowhere to go. So they had to hold him until he could find somewhere to go. As they was putting the ankle monitor on his leg, they said he mumbled that, can I turn something in, or something like that. Can I turn something in? And then they was like, what you want to turn in? Then they said he pulled the Glock out of his pocket and handed it to the guard, and then pulled the stick out of his pocket, or whichever one first, and handed it to the guard.
One of the disturbing, very disturbing, and blatant abuses of government in Project 2025 is the idea that they want to track women's pregnancies. They want to track where they're going.
Now he got a weapon and a penal institution. Y'all know you can't beat them crimes, man. You can't beat no penal institution crime, bro. So he going down like as if he an armed habitual. But the good thing is, man, they should be lenient on him. You know what I'm talking about? Because he was finna go out. Something wrong with him. For him to finna exit and not get searched again and gave up the gun, some got to be wrong with him. So they got to take that into consideration and try to give him help. Sometimes you need they got a lot of mental patients in there. They don't need jail, bro. They need mental or some mental place, but they closed them all down. So now the jail just kicking them right back on the street. But yeah, man, this is an unbelievable story. A guy had 18-year-old. He currently locked up now. But one thing I will say, I feel I am glad and I'm blessed for the person or nobody who wanted to approach him or any of his ops up in there who was talking about doing something for to him or trying to whoop on him. That man had a stick in jail and could have used it. Now this ain't the first gun that was caught in Cook County. It was other guns caught in Cook County, but they was brought in through a guard. This gun sound like dude made it all the way through. You know what I'm talking about with his gun in his pocket. He made it all the way through. And then Cook County don't search you no more. So you go through these metal detectors. So if the metal detective missed that, you know, that would have been a mean lawsuit, bro. Something would have happened in that county. But yeah, those the two stories I got, man. I couldn't even believe that story when I seen it on the news. I'm like, man, ain't no way. A guard had to bring that in there. Then they was like, nah, man, he went to the police, that he slammed the police. I know CPD thirsty. Once they slam, I know they searched them and searched them and searched them. I don't know how he got the gun in, man, but they got the gun. Nobody was hurt. And that's the best part about this story, that nobody was hurt, that he ain't shoot or kill nobody. And this all stems from a domestic, man. And it's crazy, bro. And it led to him going home, finna go home, and he turned over a gun. Hey, may God be with him, man. God bless the brother, man. I hope he gets some help and all that good stuff. Now I want to speak on Lizelle Sama. I seen Lizelle Sama check WAC 100 about the allegations about the case in New York, the 14 months with a switch. Now, I know Lizelle Sama dumb, but I know he ain't that dumb to send a threat out. Why is you in the feds off your page saying, you know, I'm talking about you'll have something happen to him? You know, that's crazy work. That's crazy work, man. But y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Hey, I got it right this time. I ain't say Skrilla, baby. I said Skrilla now. Hey, so make sure y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think. I will be going live tonight for a few hours, man. Make sure y'all there. Make sure y'all smash that like button for me. If you ain't following my mods, make sure you go and follow.
Do you hear that? The call that brought Harvey Firestone.
600 Breezy is dissing King Louis. You know, this beef we seen, didn't really see it. This shit came out of left field, to be honest with you. I don't know exactly what Louis did or said that made 600 Breezy respond like he responded, but this was wild. So hit the like button. Gold on this video, 1,000 likes. I heard something about somebody getting shot in the head and all kind of stuff. I said, wow, I didn't really see this beef getting to that point. I remember King Louis. It's a lot of people that credit King Louis with being the first drill artist they heard. I understand Pac-Man might have invented drill, but drill wasn't popular while Pac was still alive. You know, King Louis dropped, I'm the man, little did you know, I'm the man. When that song first came out, in my opinion, that might have been the first drill song I probably ever heard in my life. And then the Keeps and stuff came behind that. A lot of people credit King Louis with being the father of drill, even though he claims his friend is the father of drill. There's a lot of people that say once Keith and Lil Durk started blowing up, King Louis was very irritated about that. He started hating on them. People started feeling like he wasn't a drill king and stuff like that. 600 Breezy started blowing in a rap game right after L.A. Capone passed away. You know, he wasn't here right in the beginning, but he was here in the beginning. You know, yesterday on social media, 600 Breezy spoke on King Louis. He spoke on him in a not so nice way. I don't know exactly where this came from, but he said that nigga ain't been right ever since he got tapped in the head and switched sides. Whoa. Tapped in the head and switched sides, okay? I don't know if they homies claiming that they hit him in the head or if he just dissing him saying, man, ever since he got hit in the head, that nigga switched sides, he acting funny. I understand to a certain extent because he was cool with like Keith. He was cool with like Durk, 600, a lot of those guys. Next thing you know, they was in the war of words. Louis' close friend, Crump, got to beefing with Durk and them. It was a shooting. It was a fight back in the day where I think somebody stole on Crump, all kind of stuff. You know, so I never understood where a lot of that came from, but there's rumors in the street that shit came from jealousy and a lot of street beef. You know, years ago, King Louis was sitting in a car and a gunman walked up on the car and blasted that boy. Blah, 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 blah. Louis was tapped in the head. So a lot of people thought King Louis was gonna die. Normally you get hit in the head, you don't survive that. Recently, we done seen a few people get hit in the head and survive. Wooski, we seen 650 Lil Mike. You know, when King Louis got shot in the head, people thought he was gone. You know, King Louis was so big that while he was in the hospital, Louis Farrakhan came to visit him. You know, to talk about peace and all kind of stuff. You know, this guy was almost executed. The way he was shot in that car, the police believe he was targeted. It wasn't like a motherfucker shot 50 inches down the block, 50 miles down the block on the next block. Motherfucker ran up on the vehicle and shot in that bitch, and they knew he was in there. By the grace of God, he survived. So I don't know where a lot of this beef comes with Breezy, but Breezy shows spoke out on King Louis. Said that man ain't been right ever since he got tapped in the head. I thought that was strong to say. You know, that's almost like a threat a little bit. You know, I don't know if he's saying that like his only tapped him in the head or anything. I think he's just saying, man, dude has been acting funny ever since he got tapped in the head. He switched sides. He don't even fuck with nobody no more. It was once upon a time he had to go through Louis if he wanted to be in this drill scene. Now at this moment, you don't got to go through him. Basically, is what Breezy was saying. I thought those were some strong words. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this because, you know, Louis not the type to really go back and forth on the internet, but with Breezy being like one of the drill legends in this shit, I got a feeling King Louis might respond. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this. That's why I want to ask y'all a question. Do you feel Breezy when you say, man, dude switched up, motherfucker tapped him in his head, he got to acting funny? Or do you believe Breezy then picked on Louis in the wrong fashion and missing hating shit? I want to know what y'all think. Leave a comment. It's the Homie 233 Reporter. Blah, 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 blah.
Feeling.
Totally. Got it. Hey, folks, I'm Julian. You may know.
I smoking gas, feel like I can. Feel like I smoking gas, feel like I can. Feel like I'm smoking gas.
In my view, if China wanted, it could come up with ways to deal with the problem, whether this is passing new laws or finding other methods. China, in my view, has been reluctant because it uses cooperation in law enforcement issues and counter-narcotics issues as a leverage, and not just with the US. Its basic policy is it extends law enforcement cooperation to countries with whom it has good relations, whom it courts, whom it wants in its sphere of orbit, in its sphere of influence, in its orbit, countries in Southeast Asia, and it denies such cooperations to countries with whom it has tense relations.
The opinions of the...
It is not just a fragrance. It is a passion.
Hey, I think I'm in the wrong commercial.
Oh, you're... This episode with Donald, where he exposes never-before-told secrets about Chapo, as well as his cooperation with the DEA
against Mexican politicians and the Mexican military, go to patreon.com/TheConnectShow. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Kingpin, Donald Wayne Tompkins, aka El Primo, right here on The Connect with Johnny Mitchell.
They sent us like 2,500 pounds. Got rid of that in like 3 days. They started sending like about 2 to 3 metric tons. The loads basically came to a stop. I'm gonna go to see the Lord. I'm about to cut a deal. We get in a car with Chief. Chief slammed on the brakes and grabbed my leg. They setting you up. Something's gonna come through to take you out.
That's when I see lights behind me start to flash. And I didn't even think, I just hit it. I was driving like my life depended on it. And I parked the car, hopped out, closed the door, and I started running. And he pulls out a burner, shank, like 6 inches. And he passes it to me. And he goes, here, that's yours. Don't ever leave the cell block without this. He was the reason I made it out of that place alive. Black Bottom is where? Tell us what Black Bottom is.
Black Bottom was the area that the blacks moved to when they were migrating from the South up to Detroit for the purpose of getting the opportunity to work for the Big Three, Ford Motor Company, and all that. And it has an extensively rich history with, I think, some of your top performers of that era.
Yeah.
You know, Doc Holliday and those types that were there. You had some of your top, like Cotton Club type things, jazz things. You had black entrepreneurs, your dentists, your doctor's office, and things of that sort. Until they build, I think it's I-75 through the middle of it, and just broke all of that up.
Detroit's got so much talent out of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, Detroit is becoming a mecca, but I mean, Detroit have always been special to me. You had a lot of talent, I guess, if I can include myself in that.
For sure. Oh no, from artists, from the Berry Gordy era, Motown,
yes,
to athletes, to dope dealers.
It's exactly. I mean, it's just everything you could possibly think of. And the crazy thing with you stating that, just think back to the time that I was with, I don't know if you're familiar with Chamber Brothers. I was basically raised by Marlo Chambers. So I got an opportunity to really see how things go under his tutelage, and just to learn, and then just to have the reputation that Detroit guys have wherever you go in this country. You seem like you can always run into Detroit people. A lot of times from my era, it's like different drug guys.
Yeah, it seems like Detroit was doing so bad in the 70s and 80s that everybody had to leave the city to get on in other places. So almost like a diaspora, a Detroit diaspora in New York, Philly, definitely Atlanta, the South, LA.
Exactly. And because, I mean, the lifeblood of the city was the Big Three. And that was the only thing going. There was nothing else.
Talk about the automakers.
Yeah, the automakers, yes. And there was nothing else. And it got to a point that after they got so many of their employees, you know, you're not letting nobody else in, you got your quota. So everybody else, you were screwed. You know, so how did you survive? You know, and I grew up in the area where there were no money. If you could find bottles on the side of the street, something like that, and take the 10 cent and, you know, turn it in and get that, you were doing good. And you might get robbed for that. You know.
So how did you survive? You were basically an orphan.
Pretty much. My mother, she passed when I was 3. And my father was non-existent for the most part.
So who raised you?
I was raised by my grandmother and grandfather. And the crazy thing about it, I didn't know that they were my grandfather and grandmother until I got maybe like 6 or 7. I thought they were actually my parents.
Well, yeah, because how would you know?
Exactly. So it finally came to me one day, the light came on that, wait a minute, you call her your uncle and your auntie, and that's, you know, so wait a minute, you know. So that's pretty much how I figured it out. But
and what year were you born?
72.
Okay.
72.
Okay. So you were young when crack first hit.
When crack first hit,
you were a teenager.
I was like 14.
Okay.
I was 14, and you know, I've never been popular, but there were some girls on the corner that I really liked, man. I mean, everybody liked them, and I'm not going to say their name to embarrass them, but I really liked them, but nobody, you know, was looking at a little old me. Then you had the guy at the time because the city has switched over from heroin to cocaine, but it was still in the process. So the biggest thing at that time was BJ Chambers, Billy Joe Chambers.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the guys that really started the crack era, where it became an epidemic, I guess you could call it. But you still had your Curry boys that were before that were dealing in cocaine.
Right. So there was Johnny Curry, right? He was like one of the early African-American kingpins out of Detroit.
With cocaine, because you had other people. You had, I mean, he's probably gonna get pissed, but there's a guy named Pelzer. And he had a direct contact with the Colombians. Then you had Demetrius Holloway, and you had those different guys, but Pelzer predated the Currys. But then you had the Currys, and then after the Currys went down, of course, you had White Boy Rick, you had Demetrius Holloway, and those different individuals that were real heavy in the city.
And the Chambers brothers were the first crack kingpins, like the real infamous
because they took a different approach to it. The way that when they came along, they took the approach of more of a franchise, where each drop off, and this was a lieutenant, he would be responsible for opening X amount of, let's say, Wendy's or whatever the case may be, but they were crack spots. So he might have 10 drop offs because he was much bigger than Larry Chambers, which was my mentor. But each one of those guys might have 10 crack houses. And he have 10 or 15 of them, each one have 10 crack houses. I mean, you do the math. You got 150 different spots that you serve crack out of.
And were they plugged with Colombians or Mexicans?
I was so young, I don't know. But I know, from my understanding, the Currys were plugged with Colombians. From my understanding, the Mexicans came along later when it became hard for the Colombians to cross work over from the islands over into Florida and all of that. So they switched to the Mexican, and the Mexican became the middleman and basically brought it up over land instead of water.
Gotcha. And tell us about your experience interning, we'll say, under the Larry Chambers. Was he the elder brother of the Chambers brothers, or was he the father?
Marlo was the elder brother, and there's a significant age gap between Billy Joe and his twin, because he had a twin. Marlo was always in federal prison for robbing banks. So when I came along, it was a young man that I grew up on Lakewood with. That was a cut up. Cut up meaning that once they cooked the crack up, he would set the crack on the table, and there's usually girls that would be cutting it up. They were setting their bra and panties, pretty much. What is that movie?
Like Nino.
And actually, they got the inspiration from the actual Chamber brothers. And I mean, when they wrote it, it was based on that. And that's exactly what happened.
I think there's a few kingpins who would argue about where the New Jack City actually got that trope from.
Well, I would love to sit there and have the debate, because I mean, we know Biggie's, it had to have an effect, because Biggie Smalls made 10 crack commandments, and that came from Marlo Chambers.
Wow.
He had commandments, what they called the commandments. He had a rule. And if you play loud music while you were in one of your spots dropping off, that would be a fine. If you didn't drop off before a certain time and got all the money out in a certain amount of time, you get fined for that. There was no screwing or cut up girls, things of that sort. You would get fines for that. There was no screwing each other's girlfriends inside that. You'd get fined for that. And a lot of those rules that he implanted or put forth helped the organization run good. And I took a lot of those rules when I got my organization going, and it really helped.
Craft together something special.
I was involved in areas of pro-life advocacy for more than 10 years. But what concerns me is Project 2025 is not pro-life, it's pro-control of women. I feel that the government tracking a woman's pregnancy is the most invasive.
What if there was a gift that made it easy to see our favorite people more often? You'd probably get.
You think so? He kind of runs it like the mafia.
Oh, exactly.
And I think a lot of the black guys actually from Detroit actually learned a lot of their ways by actually being around Cosa Nostra, because Detroit's got a very powerful Sicilian organization.
Yeah, before they started moving out, because they were also there, and they actually had a large Jewish and Italian population that was in Detroit in your 60s and 70s. And then it started to actually move out.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the perspectives that my generation got was basically from your mob movies.
Yeah.
But it wasn't actually having the connection that maybe our uncles or whatever had before us. Because when the 80s came along, you had a different mentality. It was a lot of violence. So I think, which I believe I could speak to, and I believe I could speak for the homie, Big Meech, that when our generation came along, we were slightly after that, and we knew that violence was not going to get it. And we knew that as soon as you got to killing and doing that, as we say, them people coming. And, they'll pick you up and figure out the charges later. Because you had your organizations like the Best Friends, and you had Clifford Jones, and these guys put in work.
Who were those, cops?
No, these were killers.
Oh.
I mean, real cold-blooded killers. And they took out contracts. They'd come to whatever state and get you. And these guys they hunt, literally.
Oh, big black Clifford Jones.
Yeah.
On from the White Boy Rick documentary. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the boogeyman. And the Best Friends were right there with that. And they were just as effective. But it was Cliff, and he had his team. But the Best Friends came up under they didn't come from up under him. They were already in existence, but they started getting consistent work from Maserati Rick. And that was that whole Maserati Rick, Demetrius Holloway thing there.
So now you're 14. What are you doing for Marlo? How do you meet Marlo Chambers, and how does he recruit you?
Like I said, I had a buddy, and me and him was really close. And I mean, he was always fresh. I'm using the words from back in the day. He had the Adidas tracksuits. He had the Fila tracksuits. And I had a cousin, may rest in peace, named Howard. And he grew up around my cousin Howard. My cousin Howard loved guns. And he had him, they playing with a gun one day, and the gun went off. Kid shot himself in the eye. So it screwed his eye up, but he lived. But he got a really tight relationship with me. And he started to tell Marlo about me, because he was the only cut-up boy out of all the cut-up girls. So Marlo adopted him because Marlo had no kids. And here's the thing, Marlo got out of federal prison. His brothers, according to him, took his money and came up to Detroit and started the whole crack thing. So when he got out, he looking for him like, where's my damn money?
Right.
So they're like, we don't have your money, but we can set you up in business. So that's how Marlo got set up in the crack business.
Oh, interesting. So his younger brothers put him on.
Exactly.
Where were they from originally?
From Arkansas.
Okay.
Actually, Bill Clinton, when he did a speech, he referred to them of little young boys from the country of Arkansas that came up to Detroit, Michigan, and made all this money. But you couldn't say that they didn't put in a hard day's work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you gave him props.
Yeah, he did. He did. Actually in one of his speeches. Yeah. And he referred to them. So he brought me around, but you had to earn your bones. So they put you in crack houses.
Yeah.
And me, man, listen, those were the lean years. I had nothing. You hear me? So, man, they would put me in abandoned houses, and, they'll nail a door up with a little slot, and I'll go in there. I mean, they give me a bucket, and, when I had to express myself, naturally, I got on the bucket and tossed it out. And so, a real Viking,
Third world conditions up there in Detroit, Michigan,
and listen, man, they could put me anywhere, and I would get it.
Yeah.
And he just really took a liking to that. And then I started to get a reputation of being able to handle myself from, again, my cousin Howard. He would do things like, this is gonna sound crazy. Like, come on, let's go have a shootout. So I'm like, okay, where's the guns at? They're right here. So I'm thinking he's talking about fake guns, but no, he had real guns. And he was the first example of Devo. So I'm like, well, listen, I'm not gonna go out and have a shootout with you in the alley. So you my cousin, and you can't go have a shootout with me.
Right.
I'm like, well, I guess it wouldn't be that bad. So we go to shooting it out and things of this sort. So not proud of it, but I became familiar with the process. So, I mean, having bullets whistling past my ears. You know, I was kind of, I don't know, kind of used to it, I guess, in a weird way. So that's the reputation that I got.
Guys, I'm sure you've heard me talk about Mando whole body deodorant at this point. It was all over podcasts that I listened to, and I finally decided to give it a try. You can use it on your whole body. Yes, your whole body. It's dermatologist tested and gentle on all your bits. It controls odor for 72 hours, clinically proven. You can choose from 4 cologne quality scents: bourbon leather, Mount Fuji, Pro Sport, and Clover Woods, or unscented if you want to get stealthy. Mando was created by a doctor who saw firsthand how
ask me questions. Okay, if this one on that one, how would you handle it? How would you go about it? Oh, I'll go and I'll kick everybody's ass. Well, no, you don't want to do that. Not with your drop-offs. Because of the guys close to you, you kick their ass and you a threat to them, they're going to turn you in. So you never do that with your core group. And he just started to teach me. Wow. And I started to learn and really just pick up on it. And he got to the point where he started just buying me scooters. And they just started just buying me stuff, you know. And then I had a curfew I had to be in because I kept going to jail for driving without license and all kind of stuff. So he's like, you acting up, you can't go back outside. He ground me and all that. So it turned into something more than just drugs. He turned into a father figure for me. So that was that process.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible. How long did you work in the shops before you got promoted?
Nielsen Massey crafts vanilla slower because you.
10,000 years before the birth of Paul Atreides, we founded a sisterhood.
I wasn't in there long, and I wasn't in there long. I guess it was a case to where, I guess we're working a regular hours, so you never want the boss to know your name. But in this case, the boss knew my name. So everything I did when I'm willing to go into these spots that were extremely hot, and my name started to ring. So when he had that issue, he brought me in. To answer your question, maybe I wouldn't even get a year, maybe about 6 months, because spots were constantly getting bust. So they always had spots that were hot, and my name always came up to go in them. And then when my name came up to go in them, I never took a loss, because when the police came, I was good at, I don't know how, but I was good at escaping and getting out the house with the drugs. When most guys would say, "Oh, the police took it all," me, I would always give it back.
Yeah.
So he looked at me like, wow, that's rare. You're not going to keep it. You're not going to lie. And, you know, so I always gave it back. So I say maybe 6 to 8 months or somewhere. And that's because BJ knew about me as well, because I started out working with him, with my cousin. So my cousin was known too, because he was real crazy. So, but when they found out I wasn't like him and I could handle business, that really helped.
Okay. So what happens next?
Marlo gets busted. Well, actually, the whole Chambers family pretty much went down.
Okay, yeah. What year was that? 87? 88?
That was between, I'm like the worst for dates, so maybe between like 87, 89, somewhere in there.
And I believe they got life.
Yeah, they did. They did. He's actually still locked up now. He got natural life because he had already, I think he had already had like 3 prison stints or whatever for robbing banks and all that.
Yeah.
You know, but he put a lot into me, because he would always tell me, and he told us to stay away from BJ. Because he said, hey, listen, man, those guys are flashy, man. They're flashy. You know, these people are not going to handle that. I mean, the law enforcement are not going to deal with that, man. You flash and you put it on their face.
And they're filming all their money. And...
Yeah. And he stayed away from that, and he kept us away. And that was one of his rules. If we went around them, we would get fined.
Wow.
And, you know, BJ never talks about that. But he got rules for us to stay away from them. They say, man, they're going to get busted. But it just so happened that, I mean, he got it as well. Actually, that's him speaking when he was filming his 24-karat gold saint. That's him talking. And then the guy, money, 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 we rich, goddammit. That was his second in command, Jack.
Oh, wow.
He hated me, but he thought I was spoiled. I probably was. But
so now that after they go down, there's all these crack spots throughout the city that are vacant. There's this whole demand and supply that's now dried up.
I would say after that point, your concept of selling drugs changed. It switched from the crew to the boss. I'm the boss. I'm the man. And it switched basically because of the laws. Because of your crew, you got RICO, you got all these different laws. So it basically switched. And that's when I would say you had no order. You had a lot of rogue individuals, because if you had an 8-ball, you were a boss now. If you had 10 rocks, you were a boss. There was no order.
So everybody's decentralized.
Everybody's decentralized. It broke the whole concept of order off, because before, if there was a disagreement, the bosses would meet, kind of like the mob. They would have an understanding. They say, okay, listen, this is what's going to happen. And that's what you followed. And a lot of that came over from the heroin era. But now it broke up everything. Everybody's free agents. And then that's when you start getting more of the government starting to come in and flip guys and starting to gather information. Especially in Detroit, you had a lot of murders at the time. So really, you had no order. I ended up getting locked up after that. I went to juvenile for, I hate to say it, but 2 counts, first-degree murder, felony firearm. Okay.
For how long?
That was before they made the law that you could be charged as an adult.
Okay. How old were you?
Like 14, 15.
And you caught 2 murders?
Yeah,
we understand. It's Detroit. These things happen.
Okay. Basically, if you want just some of the details, just real quick. It's unfortunate, but our bosses were cowards. I mean, and they knew we were another generation coming up. And we came from old school, and we could get to it, so to speak.
Yeah.
So it was a particular block, Cedar Grove, right off of 6 Mile. Because basically when I got older, I'm 6 Mile. And they sent us to basically throw everybody off the block. Because at that point, we had control of the block, but it went through a real bad drought at the time. These one guys had work, he didn't. And so they opened up, started doing well. So they sent us up in there, me and my best friend at the time. So the plan was horrible. But we ran up in like 3 different houses, threw everybody out. And my one buddy, he loved guns too. He had an AK-47. And he wanted to shoot the place up. Before we leave out to leave a message, so to speak. So he cut loose, and they got them 30-30s just going through the walls, but we didn't know it was a guy hiding in the closet in one of those rooms. So the bullets went through the wall, hit him, and may rest in peace. So what second account of first-degree murder came from, I don't know. But I ended up getting charged with that as well with him because I was there in the residence with the gun.
As an accessory.
Exactly.
Okay. Why did Marlo let you, did he order that? Order you to go clear the block off?
Marlo ordered me to do quite a few things, but never killing nobody. Like back then, there was a lot of, blowing up people's spots, blowing up cars and all of that, You knew
how to do that? You knew how to set off bombs and.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that era, I don't know if you've heard of Butch Jones, YBI, and all of that out of Detroit. And they basically dealt with heroin. You had a young group of guys that were extremely mature because at that time, like I said, you couldn't go to prison. You would just go to jail. They'd call your parents, come pick you up.
Right.
So you had the older guys that were teaching younger guys to do these different crimes.
Sure.
And tell you, listen, be cool. I'm going to send an attorney down there for you.
Right.
You ain't got nothing because you can never get charged. And that was part of what made them change the laws and make them more severe. So after Marlo's gone, Marlo had me do certain things, but he was selective because he tried to stay away from violence to a degree because he knew what it was. But once he's gone, I don't have that direction, looking to older guys, and that's when they started taking advantage of you. So that's how that happened.
How much time did you do behind those?
I don't think I did over 2 years. I don't think I did over 2 years. They did a psychiatric evaluation on me and my buddy because they wanted, I think it was a maxi training school at the time. That was something like a kiddie prison where you were locked down, I forget, the majority of the day and all that. But the psychiatric evaluation that they did for me, it came back that I love to isolate myself. So it was like, okay. And I guess the psychiatrist said he would love for you to put him in a cell, but that won't bother him at all because he don't like being around people. And I guess I'm kind of like that, and I don't really like, you know. And so they put me in a boys training school, Boysville of Michigan. And there you can never be alone. You had to always be with 3 or more at a time, and which I hated that. And pretty much that's what happened. And they couldn't release me before I turned 18. And I think I was like, so I might have did a little, maybe almost a little over 2.5 years or something by the time I went into Boysville. Because when I turned 18, my situation was different because I had to actually have a judge come in, sit down, do minutes and all that to give permission for me to leave. But the thing is, they would not let me come back to Detroit. They were none of my family. I would have had to go to independent living or either go down to Texas with my father. And so that's what I did. I went down to Texas with my father, got down there, went to Alamo Heights High School, started running track, playing football, and things of that sort.
Wow. Incredible.
Yeah.
You got out of prison for murder, and now you're in high school.
Yeah.
Different times, man.
Different time. Totally different time.
Wow. Okay, so you graduated? You graduated?
One of the disturbing, very disturbing and blatant abuses of government in Project 2025 is the idea that they want to track.
Everyone said I wouldn't find a quality teaching degree online. Everyone except WGU, their respected school of education.
I did not graduate. I stayed, well, not down there. Stayed down there for so long. My father's wife did not like me. And I wish I could say that I was a horrible kid, you know, and I brought it on myself, but I can't say that. She wanted her husband all to herself, you know, and I guess she felt that I was in the way. I mean, there was not much money down there, I will admit, for them. So when I came down, I was extra mouth, you know. So she wanted me out of there. And they talked to my probation officer. And my probation officer eventually agreed to send me back. He didn't when she first started because a lot of the teachers loved me down there. They really got on his ass, man. You know, you're not going to send him back up there. You know what's going to happen to him. Do your job type thing. And there was even teachers that even offered to let me move in with them. But basically, since I was still on parole or whatever they call that things for kids down in Texas, he couldn't allow that. So they had to send me back to Michigan. And then, you know, I started staying with my aunt. I got back in school, played a little football. And then drugs came again.
Right.
Because I tried to be cool and not do anything. But Boysville of Michigan, they clothe you when you went in there. But this is like years after, and I still have the clothes from Boysville I'm still wearing. And they're literally starting to come loose at the seams. So
need money.
I got a skill set. And there were opportunity, and I started hustling again.
Guys, let me take a minute to thank today's sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. It's the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps, on Prize Picks, it's just you against the numbers. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 players' stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Get in on the daily action with your friends and become part of the Prize Picks community today. Prize Picks is the best way to get in on action on sports in over 30 states, including California, Florida, Georgia, and Texas. Prize Picks also offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday. Each Tuesday, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value for your lineups. Do you think Justin Jefferson will get more than 83.5 yards next week? Cook up hot takes with your friends and win real money this football season when you and your crew run your game on Prize Picks. I love this app so much, even more than my Grindr account. I don't have the time to join a fantasy league and constantly be setting up lineups and looking at injury lists. I have something called a life. I run this podcast. But when a team I like is playing, I jump straight into the Prize Pick app and start making my selections. It's my favorite time of year. The NBA season is right around the corner, and I cannot wait. But in the meantime, I've been putting in my selections for the NFL. So for instance, this week I've got Tyreek Hill for more than 97.5 receiving yards and Saquon Barkley for more than 67.5 rush yards. Download the app today and use code CONNECT, CONNECT, to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CONNECT to get $50 instantly after you play just your first $5 lineup when you download the Prize Picks app today. Prize Picks, run your game.
Okay, so now it's the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
How are you hustling?
At that time, you could throw a rock in any direction. Everybody had some dope.
Mm-hmm.
And I really got back with my cousin Howard. Again, may he rest in peace. And he still had a number of connections that we had from with the chambers. So he was getting hold of some work and things of that sort. He wanted to bring me along so I could always put a good plan together. We started going up to Muskegon, Michigan and selling crack. And I mean, we would get up there and it was kind of rough, but then I came up with a formula that we were going to sell 2 for 10 or 2 for 20 or something, a little gimmick. And we started moving quick. So we would get off the bus early in the morning, go on the strip. By later on that day, we'll be back on a Greyhound taking off, and we might have, well, nothing major, about maybe $5,000 or $6,000 worth of crack. And it will really go really quick, you know, but going back and forth, oh, listen, I'm going to hook you up and buy some clothes and all that. That never happened. So,
are you forward thinking? Are you like, did you see that long term, if you want to survive and make real money, you need a wholesale connect to cocaine, to powder cocaine? Or are you still not thinking that grandiose?
At that time, nobody, the dream was of a key of cocaine. That was the dream.
Drug dealer's destiny is reaching a key.
You know, if you get a key, man, you were,
a 1,000 grams.
Exactly. So, I mean, this was the dream, but nobody never knew how to get to it.
Yeah.
Because the unfortunate part, and I mean, shout out to my people. I love my people, but nobody's going to help you get there because everybody wants you to be a worker bee. So they're going to basically try to suck the life force out of you and turn you into a workhorse, and they be the one that riding good and all of that while they're trying to keep you down. And that was the process. Man, if you continue, I'm going to front you this, I'm going to front you that.
Yeah.
But they put their elbow, foot, and wiggle their toes in the damn drugs before you get it. It's not jumping back the way it need to. And then they charging you a high price for it. And it just was like, it was crazy. You couldn't survive.
Right.
But we continued to work, and crack was the only way. You couldn't get off into selling any weight because there was no profit in it.
Right.
You know,
there was no
for
profit
us
into selling weight.
There was no profit in it for us for selling weight.
I see.
Because you had to have access to it. And then when the crack era started, you used to be able to go to buy people and say, I want a half a key or this or that in powder. It got to the point where a guy with powder would never sell it to you.
Right.
He wanted to cook it and sell it to you cooked.
Right.
And then, you know, where you ounces 23 grams, you know, it turned, well, you only get 25 grams or you only get 24 grams. Right. And they steal 4 from you. Or you losing the cook up. Cocaine, you're not supposed to lose, supposed to expand.
Exactly.
You know, but they never told us that. We never seen no powder. Only time I seen powder was when I used to watch Marlo cook it up.
Right.
But as far as actually seeing it myself, no.
Yeah. So there's a ton of crack being sold in the ghettos throughout America in the 80s and 90s, but very little bit of profit is staying in the hood. It's going to a couple of people that have these special international relationships.
And then the unfortunate thing is, even with them, the greed, within my opinion, is so gross to the point they didn't want to sell weight. You had some of the biggest guys that will get to cook it and cut it all in the crack and sell it that way, put everybody to work because they wanted to make the most they could make out of it instead of just moving it.
Right.
And that's one thing, as I moved along, I started to analyze things and figure out what each crew or whatever needed and how to get in those niches. Okay. And then I figured that, and I found out, listen, I'm moving it. I don't want the street money. I want the cartel's money. They got more of it.
Sure.
But nobody really had that concept then.
When did you start to realize that? At what age?
That's a good question.
Like, when did you learn what a cartel was? Like, when did you learn that these people that speak Spanish are the ones that have the source material?
The crazy thing, Johnny, is I never I never knew. It's just I ended up in a scenario because after that, going through that, I think I was maybe how old was I? I went through another run selling drugs. My cousin ended up with a lot of it. I think it was coming out of New York or something. And he was putting me on. I'm moving it. But I'm mostly selling like bricks, half a brick, so on and so forth. But he would never give me powder either. He would cook it up and sell it to people hard.
Okay.
But there's a lot of people that didn't know how to cook because it got so to the point nobody had access to powder that nobody knew how to cook. Because everybody was buying it hard. So you had a very select group that knew how to cook, which you would hear later on that it would be like cooks in the neighborhood that would cook for everybody.
Right.
You know, and they would get so much of a percentage off of whatever they cook because the art of cooking was lost.
Right.
You know, so
and your cousin was giving you these large amounts, half keys, whole keys, but already cooked up.
Already cooked.
And then you just charge a markup to your distributors, to your street.
Actually, what I started doing, I switched in. Well, I still had some crack. I still couldn't let it go. But I had guys that wanted to buy halves and wholes, but all hard because they didn't know how to cook. So what I would do, and that's why I guess I could say I got the concept, because I became valuable to him because I understood that I would help him move his bag and then I could take longer with mine. So whatever I would get, he would let me cut it up and take forever because I was constantly moving his. So I'll cut mine down and I'll make the most I could make out of it. And I'll be moving, you know, half keys and keys hard for him. He'd keep the extra off of that, plus still tax me and I tax other people.
But you're still just charging a markup. You're not getting powder yet.
No. I'm still just charging the markup. How the whole powder thing, the whole way the connection that I got landed in my lap, I was not looking for that. I was looking for weed, actually. So I'll fast forward you. I had actually stopped hustling. I stopped hustling because I had a girlfriend, didn't want me doing it and all that. Like they say, any great movie won't put a damn woman in it, right? And she wanted me to stop. So I'm broke. She's giving me money, but I'm working jobs. I'll pay her back and all of this. So she ends up getting into it, falling out with me, and she wouldn't start dating a guy that was what? Selling drugs.
Struggling with moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis? Talk to your doctor about #1 prescribed Entyvio, offering
We may hear them say it in different ways.
So I call her one day, talking to her, and then gets up, talking crazy, and he gets on the phone and starts talking, you a bum, you ain't this, you ain't that. I'm like, do you know who I am? I'm thinking, I'm all world with drugs. You know what I'm saying? So at the time, my brother is getting bales of marijuana out of Arizona. I don't know it, but he's constantly coming over to my house and he's bringing the Mexicans with him. They need to use a computer. They need to use, you know, so I'm letting him, man, listen, the money good, man. You need to come on, man. I'm not doing that. You know, my girlfriend don't want me to do it. You old bitch ass. You know, but I'm not going.
He's kind of right.
No, he was totally right. And so now this the same brother actually that was part of who sent me and this other guy up in the house and did that thing. But I didn't know at that age. He was asking me questions about his organization. And I'm like, no, you should do this, you should do that. I'm not knowing that he's using me because I don't know the knowledge that Larry Chambers put in me.
So he's picking your brain.
He's picking my brain and I don't know it. Because I'm just young, just telling from what I seen Marlo do. And so his organization got really big, but it was from my planning, but I didn't know it. You know, so when he comes back with these Mexican guys, I need him back because he know how to put a damn plan together.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm not paying attention to all that. So anyway, bitch left me. I'm mad. I want my bitch back.
That was poetic. Can I write that down? I have that one.
Yeah, you can't take it, man.
It's like a Willie Nelson line.
Yeah. So I call him and I'm like, hey, man, what's going on? He said, nothing, man. What's going on with you? I say, man, listen, I need some work. He said, well, you need some work? What's wrong, man? What's going on? Bitch, stop asking me questions. I need some work. This nigga got my bitch. I want my bitch back. So he said, come on down. So he gave me a bale of weed. The bale was like 25 pounds.
Yeah.
I took it. Didn't know who I was going to sell it to. Was out of the loop. I had an R&B group at the time.
You had an R&B group?
Yeah, because I was dealing with music.
You were like managing?
I was managing.
Okay.
And I'm going back and forth to Atlanta. So I know people down in Atlanta. That's how what leads me to going to Atlanta at some point. So I got my group. They practicing. The weed's over. I'm breaking it down or whatever. So they invite one of their guys over to come sing too. This guy said, man, you got the good. I don't even know what that means. I'm like, what that mean? You got the good weed. Give me a couple of pounds. No, you gotta have money and this, that, and other. So one of the guys said, okay, take one, huh? He go, come right back. Let me give him another. He go, come right back. And that's why my guys is practicing. I got the big Tupperware thing there, and just keep going. Give me 5, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
Well, man, I had to call my brother back. I need more. Say, just gave you that. Come on. So he gets excited. I go take him the money. He's like, give me 2 bales. And so, bam, I get the 2 bales.
Is a bale 25 pounds?
Yeah, each bale is 25 pounds. It's actually 25, maybe a little, because they're doing it in a metric.
Right.
You know, so it's a little bit more, but I'm not knowing at the time.
There's like kilos of wheat.
Exactly. But on the metric system.
Yeah.
So you know you got more grams in it than what they do over here.
Right.
So, because eventually I was wondering how I was selling so many bales, and I finally figured it out. They getting all them extras.
Right.
You not take, the other guys will break it down, take the extras off, and make me, I didn't do it. I just push it out.
Right.
So anyway.
But that means you're moving it fast because you're giving more for the same market price.
But I'm not knowing it. I stumbled into it.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway, he gives me 2 bales, and this guy's still running. He sells half of the 1 bale. Say, listen, man, I got a guy in the morning. He want a whole bale, but he want to get it before he go to work. He'll take it. He took it. Next morning, he comes back with the money, and then I sold a few more, taking my brother the money for the 2 bales. Then he gets mad at me. He said, damn, I was just trying to help you get a little money. You selling on me?
Yeah.
I got to go up on the price on you. I'm like, man, I don't want to hear that. I want my bitch. Give me this. So
what is your plan to get enough money, and you think that's what will get your bitch
I'm
back?
running off raw emotion, man. I'm running off raw emotion. This and talk to me crazy. I got the skill to make meals, bitch, and I'm about to show you. I'm about to run it up.
The mentality in the ghetto is very strange, and I don't understand it to this day. You're selling more drugs, therefore your price goes up. Tell me in what economic universe that makes sense.
It makes no sense.
And you got enough money, you get your bitch back. No. You get a new one. You upgrade.
But you saying all the right, but see, what you just said there is important about the more you go, the price comes down. I learned that when I started dealing with the Mexicans.
Right.
And I started using that on them, because the concept that you're saying is absolutely right. Because what would happen with the Mexicans when you get them, oh, you got 1,000 pounds, we're going to see you 2,000 pounds.
Right.
We're going to see you 3,000 pounds. You're like, yeah, and be happy about that. You dumb. The price of the work comes down.
Right.
It's not coming down for you, but it's dropping on them, and they're keeping all of it.
Right.
But we don't know that.
It's volume. They understand the concept of time and less transactions,
but see,
make dropping the wholesale price justifiable.
Because you doing business. We doing loyalty.
Right.
I'll be where you are, no matter how far.
Craft together something special.
I was involved in areas of pro-life advocacy for more than 10 years. But what concerns me is Project 2025 is not pro-life, it's pro-control of women. I feel that the government tracking a woman's pregnancy is the most invasive idea possible, and no other developed country in the world has this kind of agenda. And that to me is abhorrent.
Business and loyalty don't go together. 2 different concepts. This is capitalism. What the does loyalty have to do with that?
Mhm.
If you want loyalty to this business, bitch, I'm gonna charge you a tax, a loyalty tax, because it's to your brand,
Right.
because we're not doing business. So you're absolutely right. I mean,
Yeah.
exactly what you said was spot on. So I'm still in the ancient, archaic form of thinking. I want my bill on the same bitch
But
back.
you're
and-
moving it though. Like you are now becoming invaluable to these international connects because you're the salesman. What do you think made you a good salesman?
What made me a good salesman is that I wasn't concerned about what you made. My whole thing is I want to move it.
Yeah.
And my whole thing is I want to be the best. And not from the best of, I want to be the best because I know the workhorse runs the bag. So if I'm the workhorse, I run the bag. What I say go. And as you said, the problem that you pointed out came because the Mexicans started to notice that he started to move a lot faster and they started to ask questions. He started to increase and then they started to keep the price the same on him. And I said, listen, man, why you keep charging me the same price and going up on me, but you get more work? So I started to argue with him. And so what I do, I started to slow down. Because now I know he getting pressure from them. They saying he can work faster. Wow. And so they started to squeeze him. And so he has to come drop the price on me. And so I started to go back and forth. The wheels started to click in. I get my bitch back. I got rid of the bitch too. So.
Oh, ego.
Exactly. He was getting 750 pounds at the time.
Who's that?
My brother.
Okay.
I basically run through all of it, but he had to split it with the guy that was coming up from Arizona. The guy take 350, he take 350 or however it breaks down. So what I noticed is when that next load came, I ran through all of it. That he had to start pulling back from his people and pulling out the street. And so when he got done, he had to put a call in down to Arizona, and the Mexicans down there told him to go take the stuff from the other guy on the west side. And the load had just came in. I sold it all within a matter of hours.
Wow. How many people did you have picking up from you?
At that point, what I did, the crazy thing about it, Johnny, is I didn't know how this weed would go. To this day, I don't know what's good weed and what's bad weed. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I knew guys that from dealing with cocaine, and they knew guys with weed. And so I just tapped into them. And they just will come get it and they bring the money back.
Yeah.
And that's just how it went. To this day, I don't know what good weed, I don't know none of it. But I just knew guys that could reach out to other people that knew people because I'm really an introvert.
Yeah.
So we went over, grabbed the rest of it. I moved the rest of it. Within that one day, that 750, it was gone. So down there, which you'll find out when I go a little further about this little black girl I met at an Arizona stripper, taught me that all Mexicans were greedy. And I started to see it. So they increased to 1,500. They increased to 1,500. They split. Same thing. When it came in, it was like a day and a half. I sold all my brother's part. They sent me over to get. So eventually they just told the other guy, listen, you don't go up there no more. You in the way.
Right.
You just deal with it getting up there. So they increased again. And that's when I started saying to my brother, because I started knowing my brother was giving the weed to his people that were not paying him, because he's a big cream puff. They're not paying him and they're, And then I finds out that he's charging them less than he's charging me. But I didn't get into that because I see where this is going. Make your money. I don't care because I'm moving it so quick anyway. So eventually I end up with all of it, but they went to him. And what they did, they told him to bring me down for a party that they were having. He didn't want to bring me. So they held up the work. So he agreed to come down, but he had to bring me down to Arizona. So when he brings me down to Arizona, we went to a strip club. He took us out to a strip club called The Body Shop.
Where in Phoenix?
What's this? Tempe? Is that the name of it?
Tempe?
I think it was in Tempe.
It's a suburb of Phoenix?
Yeah, it was Tempe. And then later on, we went down to...
Tucson.
Later on, we went down to Tucson. But right then, we were in Tempe in The Body Shop.
And so they wanted this guy from Detroit who's moving all these thousands of bricks in a day, they want to meet you because...
but I'm not knowing this, but I kind of figure it.
Wow.
Okay, we get down, we go in the body shop. They have their little relative. We always called him Joe Pesci because he looked like Joe Pesci, and he spoke English horrible. But he's standing next to me. Now the guy that was in charge of bringing the stuff, but they had to split with my brother at the time, was around my brother. So, but the little midget guy sitting next to me, and so he's like, "Man, this girl, she's my friend. This girl, she's looking at you, my friend." I look over, she's beautiful. She couldn't be looking at me. So I'm looking like she got to be looking at somebody. Oh, no. She got to be looking at somebody else. And man, I said, "No, she's looking at you." He said, "No, listen, my friend. She's looking for you." I look again, she over there dancing and wiggling and shaking and all this. And I'm like, "No, she ain't looking for me." So I keep my head straight. And then he tapped me. He said, "My friend, here she comes. Here she comes." I look up, oh my God, this Coco goddess walking straight at me in stilettos, baby. And I'm like, man, skin looked butter soft, bro. She came and sat down on my lap, threw her legs across me. And I can't remember what the hell she said to me. And she's like, I know, she said something like, "Oh, so you wasn't gonna give me no eye contact?" Man, I'm shaking like a Las Vegas crab table. Man, I'm nervous as hell. I'm like, "Well, listen, if you wanted me, you should have came over." She said, "I did." I'm like, "Okay, well, what's the problem?" And she says, "No problem. I just want to know, are you available?" I said, I said, "If you're looking for me, you just got to take what you want." Then she whispered in my ear, "Taking." I'm like, damn, this bitch bad. So me and her, she gave me her number. She came and got with me that night. We didn't mess around or nothing. But come find out, I would find out later on that she was dating the Connect's uncle that was giving them the marijuana. But she never said nothing. So really, she eyed me coming in with them, and she knew. But I didn't know, okay? But she would be very valuable later on. But anyway.
Okay.
Right.
She'll come into play. Good.
Exactly. So we end up going down to
So what was the point of what kind of business did you discuss? I guess you're gonna get to that, right?
We'll have to get
okay,
that.
I apologize.
No, you're good. We went down to Tucson. And I hadn't heard nothing about Tucson except in Biggie songs. When he's talking about when he went and performed the hit. His man, what is it? I forgot the name of the song. He said he was from Tucson.
Okay.
And there's some hit or whatever they went down. He called his man something, El Dorado, something from Tucson or whatever. Anyway, we go down there and we go to the place, and it's called the Candy Store. There's a whole funny story with that. But anyway, this point is a guy, and his real name anyway, Mario. Mario's belligerent. But I like Mario. Mario is flat out, he's emotional, but he's belligerent. He can't stand my brother. He says my brother's too soft. So he has us, we're riding. And they said, "Listen, my friend, I'm going to do something for you. I'm going to do something special for you, my friend. You don't worry. I got this young lady down here, I'm going to put her on you. I call her a vampire. I call her a vampire bitch." He said, "Because when she gets you, she's going to suck the life out of you, my friend. She's going to," and he's going on about how she's going to suck it. And I'm like, okay, I'm scared. Actually, she's going to bite you. She's going to bite you all over. She's going to suck the life out of you and all of this. And my brother's getting jealous of it, but I'm like, whatever. And he goes on to say, he just keeps going on. Anyway, he get us down there and he introduces us to this young lady. And she has a friend with a British accent. So she puts me with her and she takes my fat ass brother. So we down there and they dancing and all this. And this woman here, she's sitting with me and we're talking. My table starts to fill up with beers. I'm like, this bitch buying me beers or something? I don't know what's going on. Okay. I'm looking at my brother. He's way over here with this other lady, the vampire bitch. And we know, of course, he's going to grab her to try to keep her from me anyway. That's just how he is. But so I asked her something. I'm like, why are you buying all these beers? She said, I'm not buying these beers. I look over at my brother. I'm like, he ain't buying them. She said, these beers are coming from these guys. And I look. She said, look over here. And I looked to the one table, Mexican guys nodded.
Mm.
I'm like, whoa. I'm starting to get it. Excuse me. And she said, I'm like, why are they sending the beers? She said they want to be friends. I'm like, well, I'm not the man. My brother's the man. She laughed. She said, oh, is he? I said, yeah, 'cause I'm still not catching on. She said, look at your table. How many beers? I think I had maybe like 15 damn beers on the table, right?
Wow.
She said, look over at his table. How many you see? I see the one he's been. So evidently, what you see, everybody else in here don't see. You see him as the man, but nobody else, they're sending it all to you.
Mm. How do they know you were the guy that was moving it all the way up there in Detroit? How do they know you were the real
what I found
distributor?
What I found out, oh, you mean the Mario and eventually I'll say Frank. My brother, love him, he gonna hear this, but he's I mean, he doesn't, good heart, but he was always coming short. He wasn't paying like he was supposed to. He get the marijuana, it might take him a month and a half, and they start moving it quick. So I'm thinking over time what happened is, so you may have to edit this out, but excuse me. What happened over time is the guy on the west side that we had to go pick up from, he told them because he got an opportunity to see me because my brother didn't have a crew.
Right.
I had to load it up in the van and drive it myself. My brother was scared to drive it. So he told them. And so they squoze the information out of my brother. And like I said, my brother didn't want to bring me down, but they made him because they wouldn't send him nothing else. So now when I come, they already have an idea because the guys there at the strip club are with us. And now they got me to themselves going down to Tucson.
So they're pushing your brother out of the way because they want to deal with you directly.
And they tried to, but I would not let them. Okay. And that, I guess the term what they call it, they tried to jump you. I wouldn't let them jump him because that's my brother. And he actually set me up later. But anyway, so we eventually end up having a conversation, and Frank came and got us the next morning to drive us back up to Tempe or wherever in Arizona to go ahead and get ready to catch a flight back. But he wanted to discuss wanting to increase. So
increase the size of the loads.
Increase the size of the loads. So there was already a load that had left. Actually, we didn't know it, but left like a day before we were supposed to leave. So it could meet us up there, so to speak. And he had us in the car on the ride back, and he's talking about the business, saying what he want to do. And I started to talk, just started to come to me. Okay, well, what we're going to need, if you're talking about giving us this amount, we're going to need to borrow some money from you because we're going to need to get some places to store this stuff. We need to get vehicles to move it in. And I'm noticing he's not talking. He just started listening and squinting his eyes and shaking his head. And my brother's sitting up front like, yeah, that's exactly what we planned. No. And as we got closer to Tucson, because he could throw out scenarios, I would answer back. And he told me, he said, Wayne, I really like the way you think about the business. And that pretty much set the tone. So they sent us like 2,500 pounds. Got rid of that in like 3 days. Wow.
The insurance company's goal is to pay you less. The only way they make a buck is by...
Play our song.
Okay.
Oh, it's my nose.
Alexa, what's the next step? Add broccoli. What do flowers wear under their petals? Under plants.
Alexa, ask Jeffrey.
All from to cats in Detroit.
Yeah. But again, these guys, some of these guys, and one of them became a really close friend of mine because when I got off into the cocaine, I could go borrow 400, 500,000 from this guy. You know, so he had guys in Ohio and other places that were coming up paying cash.
Huge hub. Detroit's a huge Midwest hub.
So that's coming in, and it got so to the point, Johnny, that they started sending like about 45, like 2 to 3 metric tons
of pot.
Yeah. And I'm moving it in like a day and a half, 2 days. when it come in, they would start saying, well, when it come in, listen, we at least need $1 million or 1.5. I was like, okay, no problem. And I would have it. Okay. They would have the truck sit there and wait. This would come, and I literally probably within a few hours I would have like 1.5, 1.7.
Wow.
And my brother was raping me, charged me like $9.50, crazy numbers.
$9.50 a pound?
Yeah.
Okay. How much were you turning that over?
Listen, I was selling it, Johnny. I wasn't even counting. And this is what happened.
But how much are you charging on a pound? Like if you get it for $9.50 and you sell a guy 500 pounds.
Sometimes I wouldn't make nothing. No, it sounds crazy to you, but sometimes I wouldn't make nothing. Like my one guy that's buying that volume like that, maybe $25 on him or something, sometimes nothing. Mm-hmm. Because I'm working on something bigger.
Sure.
Okay. So, because what's happening, this moving so fast now, within a matter of hours, I'd have made it $200,000-$300,000. You might get it, what, $975? I might charge you $1,000, or if you ain't got it all, pay me later. And because what happened after, think about 3 months of that, I had like $1 million in weed that was mine.
Wow. Just for making $25, $50 a pound.
And that's how that quick that was going. And I didn't know, and this is how I found that out. Because I'm going through my math, and I'm thinking about what I got to pay my brother, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, man, you only owe me a couple $100,000. No, man, your numbers is wrong. I got a basement full of weed down here. Your numbers are wrong. Man, my numbers ain't wrong. Check your numbers again. I go down there and check numbers. And I got U-Haul boxes, because only the big U-Haul boxes, only 4 25-pound bales could fit in those. I still got boxes up the ass of marijuana. That's how I figured out how much money I had. Mm. And at that time, I think I had like $750,000 in marijuana that was mine. How I did it? I don't know. I was just moving it. Mm. So when that happened, I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah.
For real.
So now you got a war chest. Now you got $1 million. It's yours.
That's all mine.
Okay.
But then what started to happen, they started to play games. Because what I started doing, I started making them come down, come down, come down. They had another group inside the city that they were working with. So they were trying to transition into switching over to them because I had made that market so lucrative. So the whole thing was to switch the market over to somebody else, charge them a higher price, and just have the customers go to them. Right. It's the same weed.
Fascinating.
But what they didn't know, I had a cousin over there that was on that team, and I'd had him working with me. So he started telling me, hey, these two guys, they're reaching over and they're talking to, my guys about trying to send over to them now. Mm. Okay. I'm talking to the young lady at the strip club. She wants to get an exercise gym, workout gym. She's a workout freak. So I already started to go down and see her. So I'm starting to tell her, I need another connection, and well, I don't know, baby, I might have something for you, and da-da-da-da. So I'm feeding her money. Mm-hmm. That's what Detroit do. We feed bitches money. And she ends up introducing me to a guy named Brian. But he has a weird name, so just call himself Brian. So she had me at, I think the hotel's the Phoenician out there. Phoenician, I can't remember what city in Arizona. But I know, I guess Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley used to go out there. I think it was like $1,000 or $1,500 a night or something like that. Real bougie bitch. But anyway, she has him come out and meet me.
Scottsdale?
Scottsdale. That's it. Scottsdale. So she has him come out to meet me, and we're sitting and we're talking. We're talking about the amount of volume that I'm looking for. And I'm telling
this is the Mexican guy as well.
It's the Mexican guy.
Let me ask you before we go further. Do we know what organization these guys are with on the other side? Are they with a cartel? What kind of,
Now, Brian was not with a cartel. Oh, you talking about Mario and Frank?
Mario and Frank.
I found out that Mario and Frank's uncle was, because that's the one that the girl that I was dating.
Right. Okay.
But exactly what cartel, I don't know. But an interesting story comes up in a little while.
I'll let you get to it. Yeah.
Okay. So
you're talking to B.
I'm talking to B. We're talking, and I'm telling him the volume I want. I kept saying, I need volume. I need volume. I need to at least be able to put my hands on 2 to 3 tons
per month.
I was doing that Johnny in less than a week.
Right.
But I'm not telling him that.
Right.
I'm just telling him what I need.
Right.
Okay. Now, from my old head, this is important. My old head told me with dealing with those individuals down there, never tell them you have money to buy. Just tell them you can move it.
Mm.
And the reason why, he said, because there's informants down there. And their job is to set you up. But they can't make no money if you don't come with cash because they get a percentage of the money.
Wow.
So if you say you don't have no money, they're going to say you and move on.
Right. Wow.
So
mind-blowing tip.
Exactly. So that's what I'm telling him. I don't have no money, but I can move it. Right. I have the money, but I can move it. So she used to date him when they were younger. So he really wants to get back. He's in love with a beautiful girl, you know. And I had that problem too. So anyway, what happens is he said, well, listen, how do you feel about going across? I ain't trying to go over there. He said, listen, my friend, I could take you across. We could talk to some people. And so he eventually took me over at some point, and we met with the Tijuana cartel. So that's how that started.
And you went down into Tijuana?
But it wasn't, not yet. We're just talking right now.
All right.
Okay, but he's eventually going to take me there. So just give me a look. Okay, so he said he's going to call some people. So she comes back. Now, at this time, it's kind of crazy. She's beautiful, but she likes to work out. And maybe work out a little hard sometimes. So at this point, I'm supposed to be giving up the ass. Okay.
And she hasn't even given you yet.
No, I never took it. I know it sounds crazy, Johnny, but I'm trying to get to the bag, okay, man?
All right, sure.
Okay. So, and from my experience, when you put something up,
absolutely.
She knows too many people.
Right. Oh.
So I don't need her falling in love with,
okay.
Not saying I'm good enough for that to happen, but you know, I don't need that with the business.
Oh, interesting.
So that's why I'm just giving her money.
Yeah.
So it's not enough for you to turn away from me because you like the money.
Okay.
So I'm withholding.
Oh, you just redeemed yourself. The whole audience thought you were the simp of the year.
I'm on my way, baby.
Okay. No. I like this.
Work
all right.
with me, Johnny. Work with me. I'm coming alive.
Hell yeah. No, respect. Okay.
So
Bunch of the homies are mobbing at midnight. Y'all should roll through. Damn, everyone's here.
You're coming with me.
she comes in one night and we're supposed to do it, right? She come in, that's the time they had all these damn strawberry smelling lotions and all this. She didn't smell up the whole damn place with it. So, you know, I'm laying there like I'm asleep, but I peek my eye open, right? And man, she bends over to, you know, do some old sexy, put the lotion on the leg thing. Man, this whole bitch thigh cut up. I mean, like bodybuilder. I'm like, what the I didn't know, but I found out later she gets in bodybuilding competitions.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she was a man. Oh, I thought you said this is your introduction to trans women.
Oh, but listen, it's damn near there. But okay. So I'm like, damn. So I started,
yeah,
you know, so she didn't bother me, thank God. So I had to get her ass up, right? So next morning, B is excited. He comes back. Listen, I got somebody that wants to meet you, blah, 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 whatever. So she convinces me, go ahead. She's getting excited because she want to open this big gym up down there. So she gets me in a truck with him. I start going down. I just changed my mind at the last minute, getting nervous. Now, come on, man, they're waiting now. No, that take me back. I'm not going. So anyway, took me back. So I goes back to the city. Get back to the city. Frank and they still going through this book, ripping my brother off, playing these different games and all that. But then I figured that my brother owes them money as well. So I'm talking back and forth with B. B starts to come up. He starts to borrow money from me. And I started loaning it to him. I'm giving it to her as well, you know. putting all his money to use, investing, I guess you could say. So anyway,
But B is bringing you work up to the city.
he's
now,
not
to
bringing
Detroit.
nothing yet.
Okay.
But he's broke. But she's telling me that B's a fuck up. He gets work from over there, and then he robs them, and he doesn't pay him.
Okay.
But B's uncle was somebody big over there. I know his uncle, father, somebody, and had a lot of respect over there. And I would find out that over there would be the Tijuana cartel.
Okay.
So they tolerate him.
What year is this?
This is, I'm the worst with years, Johnny.
But it's the 90s though.
It's hold on. No, this is late 90s.
Okay.
Going into like 2000.
Okay. Gotcha.
This might be 2000 because I get that BMW, that spaceship 745 Li like 02, 03.
Okay.
Okay, so it might be like early 2000s. Okay. Anyway, okay, where was it?
So you're giving money to B. Why?
Okay, I'm giving money to B because she's giving me information that he's broke. He's broke and he probably owes somebody over there. So part of paying them off, they'll let him get something else. So, because she's feeding me information. Okay. And then I find out the work stopped coming with my brother. And he tells me, man, Big Sexy, which was the truck driver that was bringing it, he got busted out there on the highway and this, that, and the other. I'm like, really? He said, so that's why we ain't got nothing else. And so I'm talking with B. So B gets somebody down there to start sending a little something up to send it through the mail. I'm feeling like a peasant getting through the mail, but you know, it is what it is. So when we get there, I'll just pay him the money out. Yeah. Just the illusion like we're moving it fast.
And how much can you get through the mail?
I don't remember how much it was, John. It wasn't, I would give him like 50 or 60,000. And the thing about it, but it was compressed.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nothing that we could really do nothing with it. But I'm just, it pay you, you pay them.
Yeah.
And so it ended up working out, but I'll tell you how in a minute. Excuse me. So we worked that. That's going. So she calls me back down to come see her because B wants to take me across. He didn't set up a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So I goes down. I meet with her. She said, baby, he really has something big for you, so on and so forth. So I'm like, okay. And I'm like, well, something strange is going on. I said, but I need you to really help me get a hold of something. And I started telling her what happened with Big Sexy and all this. And she said, baby, she said, I'm going to tell you something. She said, I've been refraining from telling you this. She told me Frank and Mario's name. I never told her their name. She said they have a grandmother, told me where the grandmother stayed, and said they have an uncle that they get work from. And the uncle right now is threatening to kill them. I'm like, are you serious? She said, listen to me. So I'm thinking like, bitch, you making stuff up. You trying to set me up, something going on. But then she says to me that he's giving them so much time to pay him back because they gave him fake paperwork. And they stole a load. They jacked him for a load. I'm like,
we've heard that's common. We actually heard from the horse's mouth when we were in Mexico last week. The guys, the dealers on this side, Mexican dealers, will get it from the connects in Mexico, say they got busted, make fake arrest paperwork, and give it to them as proof that, hey, nothing, we got arrested, nothing we could do. We lost it.
I got so much more for you.
Uh-huh.
I got so, it's just going to get crazy.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm like, wow. And it's totally screwed me up because he had just told me before I left, listen, Frank's in the bad spot, man. He in the bad spot. He's going to send something to us, but he needs to work fast because he has to pay the connect because they won't, he gave him the paperwork, but they won't let him but Preston, we need to pay him fast, So now I know why you need to pay him fast because he didn't jack this money and he has to pay his uncle. And the only thing keeping his uncle from hurting you is his mother is begging him, don't, you know. So that let me know I really have to make something work. So B takes me across and I give these guys nicknames because I can't remember their names. There's one guy he took me, I call him Boots because he always wore nice ostrich skin boots. Mm-hmm. And that's the drug deal over there, the ostrich skin boots and the big belt buck on the hat. You know, so
you're in Sonora right now.
I'm in Mexicali.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm in
Mexicali. The city of Mexicali. Okay.
In the city of Mexicali. But I think at that point, we're slightly outside of that city. But we meet with Boots. Boots make an arrangement for us to meet with some other people the following day, but they had to come in town. We go into Mexicali. We go into Mexicali. We go to the strip club, and we're in the strip club. I got a crazy story. I don't know if you want me to tell that.
We want to hear how you met the plug.
Okay, well,
we got to get to that.
We'll come back to that. So anyway, what ends up happening is we end up going to meet Boots again. We went to another city. I can't remember the name of the city, but there's a lot of kidnapping goes on in that particular city. And huge club. The club is huge. They got, I guess, each section of the club is a different brand of music. Whoa. So we go in, we're up in VIP, the plug is there, and it turns out to be some of the Tijuana guys, but I don't know it. So we cut a deal that night for them to send me up a load.
Wow. What were those details?
The details, it was like 1,500 pounds. Okay. 1,500 pounds. And
did they front you, or do you come with cash? How does that work?
All I had to do was pay the driver.
Nice.
Pay the driver.
And how are they bringing up loads from the border all the way up to Detroit?
They didn't give me no details on that. But what I found out later is that the truck will come up so far, and then they will get the weed off, put it in the van or whatever, and then they will bring it to my little house.
All the way up to Detroit?
Yeah.
Wow, like it's UPS.
Yeah.
Then they put them in vans? They put the work in vans?
They put it in vans. I don't know how far it came up, but it came out. I don't know if it came to Mission or whatever, but they would get it off. It would be in like a minivan.
Yeah.
And then they would have a guy trail it. And then the minivan would come right near, drop the minivan off. They jump in it and they take off.
Wow.
You keep the minivan, you pull the work out, and then they come back, get the minivan later.
Yeah.
But when they did that, weed again was compressed.
Right.
But I skipped over a part. But anyway.
And did they know you were the guy moving it?
Now, this is with the Tijuana cartel.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with the Frank and because this weed is a total different type of weed.
Is it better?
It's not. It's worse.
Oh, okay.
It's worse. But the Tijuana cartel is just horrible. Anyway, so I end up having to borrow money from my buddy to not use all my money to just go ahead and pay it real quick.
Right.
It smoked good. It just didn't look good. It wasn't pretty to the eyes.
Right.
So I knew it would be a process, and I knew I'll probably have to get some more weed somewhere else and cut it and mix it in. But the fortunate thing for us at that time, there was no weed in the city. So that helped us get rid of a nice amount of it.
Yeah.
Because people like this, I'll just take this much of it.
Hotcakes.
Exactly. And plus, I'm the plug. I'm moving so much, they want to help me get to something better.
Right.
So anyway, that went, they want to meet me again. So I go down again. And they took me, I went to Mexicali, they took me somewhere else, and it was at a club/bar. No, club/restaurant. Goes in this restaurant, and B takes me in. We go to the back of the restaurant, and we sit at a table. We talk, and they're speaking Spanish. I don't know what they're saying. But the vibes were not good for him. They were really interested in me, and I could feel that. And he's answering questions, but then they get hot at him for some reason. But I found out later, they count your words. So if he asks me a question from them and I answer, and they think that I'm saying too many words, they think he's lying. It's crazy. But anyway, it doesn't make sense, but it's going to make sense later. So anyway, a guy comes in, a younger guy. He has on Gucci loafers, Gucci belt, Americanized, hair all spiked up and things, you know. But I just know how everybody started moving and acting around him. So I find out, I don't know which one, but I guess he was one, I don't know if he was one of the Tijuana brothers or one of their sons or something, but he was somebody, and he spoke to me in English. Hey, how you doing, man? What's going on? I'm like, whoa. He's like, we're looking forward to working with you. I'm like, well, looking forward to working with you. So
they know you're the responsible one. Like all of their, it just seems like this whole process is just a ruse to get all of these bums out of the way because they want to deal with you.
Exactly.
Because they know the money's going to come back right.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Were you like, God, this is surreal. Like I'm this like orphan that used to work in like Detroit crack houses this black guy, never supposed to have nothing, and now I'm surrounded by a bunch of Mexican kingpins and cowboy hats. Like that must have been,
you know, Johnny, that's something. That never really came to me like that. And this is the reason why it never came to me like that. Because I had a fear of black bottom. I had a fear of that beyond imaginable poor. And I was more afraid of that. So whatever took me to ending that and never going back to that again, I don't give a, that's where I was at.
Yeah.
But I was starting to get it. The old sage of Marlowe and the different things, I'm starting to see it now in real time.
Yeah.
I'm able to read it. I'm able to see it. And, you know, so now I'm clicking and I'm noticing that I have a new skill set.
Yeah.
And I don't speak the language, but I understand everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So we get back across, but at this time, my brother's calling me because he has a load coming in. He can't move it. So when I finally get across, he's like, man, I've been calling you and I was wondering what's going on. I know you're down there seeing your girlfriend, but for some reason, when I was calling you, a Spanish woman kept coming up saying like, because I'm over in Mexico. So my phone is registering over there. You calling me, the Spanish woman kicks in and say whatever in Spanish, but he don't understand it. So anyway, I get back. I think Frank's saying they cut the load down. It's like maybe like 1.5 tons. Get there, get rid of that quick. But now I'm going back down. Go back down. I meet with B. B tell me they're about to send a load up. So I get back. B comes back like a couple of days later, and they send another load up. Wheat's better. So it's like 1 ton of this.
Okay.
But I'm noticing the weed had like a lot of white chalk on it. Because it's wrapped. And these bales were like 19 or 20 pounds, not 25. And it's wrapped in like black tape. I'm like, what the fuck is this chalk? So I grab it, I do this. I'm like, this cocaine. Wow. So these motherfuckers were shifting weed and cocaine up together. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then the guy that drops it off, this guy, like, you can tell he's high as,
yeah. He's
not even supposed to be talking. He's supposed to drop the van and get the phone. But now he wants to sit around and talk a little bit. And he's like tweaking, you know?
Right.
I'm like, oh, these guys are rogue, man. What the fuck going on? You know, so we get rid of it. And hey, my friend, I want to ask you something. You know, do you deal with the white? Do you like the white? No, I'm not interested in the white.
Hang on. So were they intentionally putting cocaine on the weed to make it better? Or was that a smuggling technique? Were you breaking the weed down and then taking the shards of coke
this
selling that? You see what I'm saying?
This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, okay, now let me clarify.
Those economics don't make sense.
Because I think that you're thinking that the weed was on, the cocaine was on the weed.
Yeah.
It was not on the weed. It was on the wrapping.
I see. Gotcha.
So I don't know if somebody was sniffing off of it or if something broke open while they were transporting it or whatever. But that ain't never happened before.
Okay.
You know, so, and shortly after that, I started hearing, you know, hey, you do deal with the white.
Right.
So I think they were doing it maybe hoping that I would inquire, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
But as high as this guy was, I don't know if he was busting it open and sniffing off the damn or whatever, you know. So anyway, we get rid of it. And they go ahead and they switch out and give me another handler and kind of move B to the side. But one of the times I went down, it was a guy named Orlando and Danny. Danny's very important. Orlando and Danny grabs me and they take me around to see the mariachi bands and all this, give me the full Mexican experience. So when I get ready to split up from them to come back, they're telling me, listen, you know, you should deal with it. Well, no, I'm not going to jump B. And that's when you say, listen, I'm going to tell you something, my friend. Your friend's no good. One thing he's going to do is he's going to use you. He's going to get us to continue to send things. He's going to borrow money from you. And it's going to be for what did you owe us? Then he's going to say that you stole something. But I'm not, nah, even though I know he's a piece of, nah. But I want to keep the rule, the loyalty, right? So anyway, we ended up, I'm doing good with them, but I don't like how they work. They're erratic and then they